I gotta do and everything.
All right, guys, we are officially live right now. Okay, so welcome to ours Untitled. Thank you guys for joining me for another riveting episode. We're gonna have a few
Oh,
things to talk about. Like, share, and of course, subscribe to the channel, to the YouTube channel. I'd be greatly appreciated. So once again, just like this. Ooh, fancy's fancy. Look at that. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. The journey begins at one like, one follower. We're gonna get to at least 1,000. That's the goal. With that being said, let me bring in my people. The ride or dies, the panelists. First on the list, we have the young lady Ev. Ev, how you doing tonight? Your mic is live. Hope all is well.
I'm good. I'm good. Just relaxing.
Okay. Okay, there you go. And secondly, we got my man Ronan Black. Ronan, how you doing? Your mic is live. Hopefully all is well.
Yeah, I'm all right. I'm
That's
good.
all right. Everybody seems to be in that chill mode tonight.
Yeah, I'm all right.
and, and last but not least, my dude right there, Mr. Live. Mr. Live, it's always a pleasure. Good to have you on. Your mic is live. Hopefully all is well with you.
What's going on, everybody?
How you
All
doing,
right.
Rob?
Another day
No
in bed.
onesie today?
Huh?
No onesie?
No.
Nah, I told you I got that on layaway. It's coming soon.
Oh man, wait.
I, know, I got it on layaway. I'm showing my age right now. And nobody don't know what layaway is.
Oh, don't. I'm about to say, and a man of your stature on nah, not you, Live. Not, not you. Hell no. You
Yeah,
know,
nah, layaway is the way of the walk right now.
listen, I heard that. I heard that.
Layaway is what it is right now. It's the only way I can afford shit.
Damn, that's crazy, man. That's
Yo,
crazy.
I might mute
I,
myself for a
I'm,
minute.
Huh?
yeah,
My wife is
I'm,
picking up dinner, so I might mute myself a little
Oh,
bit.
okay, bro. I got
I'm
you.
driving a raggedy ass mower right now. You know what I'm saying? And I got the zero turn joint on layaway right now.
Oh man, come on,
Oh
you're
my
killing me.
god.
You're killing me right now,
I
bro.
gotta
Nah,
pay. I got the zero turn on installments. You know what I'm saying?
not you, brother. Not you. I would never think that. Never ever.
Thousand installments and a bag and free cotton candy.
Oh no,
Oh
not
my
you, brother.
god.
I don't believe that for a second, man. I don't believe that for a second. David said the link's not working for us. Let me try. Give me a second, guys. I'm gonna try to reach out and see if I can get David on. I don't know. Did you have any problems live? You didn't have any problems with the call.
Nah, I hear you. I'm trying to set my shit up and look nice. Finally I put my camera on and nobody else want to rock.
Nah, it, it would figure that would work that way. Let me text Mike what's his name, David, real quick. Yeah, just sent. You guys heard about that Eric Bieniemy story with his son shooting the mother?
What?
Nah, I wanted to hear about that. I seen the picture. He looked looser than a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying?
Now it's a shame that they had to depict this brother like that, but you know why? You know why that was. You know what I'm saying? It's like you putting us in a bad light.
So what happened? What was supposed to happen anyway?
Well, here's the thing. We're gonna speculate a lot tonight on this particular topic, and let me bring Reggie in as well. Reggie, your mic is live. Welcome to the show. Thank you for joining us. Hope
Good
all is
evening,
well, brother.
people.
Yeah,
Yes,
All
sir.
is well. All
Yes,
is
sir.
well. What's
well,
going on?
well.
All
Get
right.
ready, get ready to talk about this young man, Elijah Bieniemy, the son of Kansas City Chiefs offensive coordinator Eric Bieniemy, and
I
how
Mm.
actually
he
remember that dude. Yeah.
yeah
Yeah.
how he shot his own mother. Now the mother was shot in the left forearm and also the left shoulder. They're non-life threatening injuries. Thank God for that.
Thank God. Yeah.
Thank
Yeah.
God for that. What struck me very funny was like, what is going on in that house? I know
Right.
one of my friends was like, oh, actually it was I think it was Steve from the Bleed Blue show.
Lee
He
Blue
was
Show.
saying,
Shout out.
yeah, yeah,
Shout out.
shout
Steve.
out Bleed Blue. You know, and he was talking about how maybe moms didn't do well with the mac and cheese, whatever the case may be. You know, it's like
Okay. Do we know how old this kid is?
27 years old. Yes, 27.
Yeah, he didn't look like an old guy. Yeah.
Nah.
Uh,
He is
listen,
27 years.
I
Mhm.
can only speculate.
Right.
At 27, I don't know. I
That's
don't think
crazy.
I don't think a 27-year-old should be in mom's crib.
Oh, well,
Right. He
You
should
know,
have his own house. Especially
visiting,
if it,
maybe visiting or something like that. But if he was living there, unless something is really wrong with him, but if there's something wrong with him, where did he get a gun from? Let's start with that.
well, depending on where they live, where they reside, the gun laws are much different than I can say right now. New York is strict. Okay, so
And but yo, shooting your moms, man.
I
I'm like,
know,
yo,
I know.
I can't even fathom that. I'm just like,
You
yo, there's nothing my mother can say to me to make me want to shoot her.
exactly, exactly,
Nothing.
right.
nothing, exactly. You understand what I'm saying? Like, man,
No, this the
One of
woman
the
that brought me in the world. Like,
sure, sure.
what?
I don't get that. I just don't understand because, and here's the thing. No specifics were told as of yet. We don't know and we're probably never going to know the real reason why that happened because no details have been released yet.
Mm,
why
mm,
As
mm.
not?
as the, I have no idea.
Great, great PR.
You
All
know,
right.
it's insane. You know what I'm saying? Because again, none of us on this line would ever think about harming our mother, our father.
Right.
Man, yeah,
That'd be that'd be
that's
the
crazy. Yeah,
yeah,
that's
that's
crazy.
insane. So again, speculation. I'm just saying there has to be some type of acrimony in that relationship between mother and son, and which is I find funny because usually mothers dote over their sons, and
Yeah,
it's the
I,
opposite. Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
He's not an only child, is he?
I don't know if it's his only child or not.
Okay.
Yeah, I have no idea. But again, mothers usually watch over their sons,
yeah,
watch
nah,
over their
shit.
daughters.
27 years old and still in the crib. Like, yeah, nah, yeah, she was watching over him like a motherfucker. But
Oh,
I hope the story is it can't even be no way. Like if 27, you still at the crib and you shooting your moms, that's some spoiled shit. That's
mm,
it's I can't even fathom that. Like I said, I got a 30-year-old myself. You know what I'm saying?
right,
And
right.
and I'm going like what could you have done to a grown man
Hmm.
to make him want to shoot you?
It makes no sense.
Only thing I could think of, and still it don't warrant shooting your mom. I don't care what nobody say.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
yo, get your ass off the PlayStation and get a job or some shit. I don't
Mm,
know,
I
man.
meant, but listen, look, I remember that speech. You know what I'm saying? I remember that. You know what I'm saying? I never forget it.
hmm.
I might have been about 21 or some shit like that. You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
right.
I told my mom, I was like, look, I'm okay. You're right. I'm not doing what the fuck because me and my brother was sitting up in there killing some Tecmo Bowl. You know what I'm saying? So,
Right, right,
but
right, right.
right, but you know what I'm saying. But when she said it, I had to really be on some. Okay, you ain't doing what the fuck you supposed to do, right? So
Right.
that was my growing up shit. It was like, okay, look, you know what? Give me a hot minute. Let me get my shit together, and then I get out your head. You know what I'm saying?
Of course.
Let me let me do that. You right, you right.
Yeah.
But I
I
ain't want
mean,
to shoot her. You know what I'm
right.
saying?
You was
No,
like, you
not.
know what? Let me straighten up and fly right. Mom's kicking the
Right,
tooth.
right, right,
You know what I'm saying?
right.
Exactly. Which
That
kind of
might,
sick. What's
you
that? You
know,
got?
Live. I'm sorry. I
Go
was
ahead.
just gonna say what Live was saying. That might be the reason why he shot her. She probably said, "Get out."
Mm.
I, I, I mean,
That's
what
that's
what you
crazy.
was
Yeah.
gonna do? You was gonna body your moms, and then what you was
Oh
gonna do
man.
after that?
Well,
Right.
here's a little tidbit. During like they had caught a video segment of the mother whose first name is Mia. The mother was being wheeled out by EMS and whatnot, and one of the cops
Funny.
had a rifle drawn. So this could have ended much more tragically than it already
Yeah,
did. Thank God the
yeah,
mother's still
yeah,
alive.
I
yeah.
It's
mean,
non life threatening. You know what I'm saying?
at
Injuries. But
at that juncture, I mean, the cop having a rifle is not the worst thing in the world, considering what just transpired.
well, I mean,
Right,
it
right.
could have been a lot worse. It could have been. She been shot twice, whatnot. Thank God she didn't lose her life. The cop that
Yeah.
was drawing on him with the rifle or whatnot didn't kill him. Thank God for that.
Thank
Uh,
God. Yeah,
You know what
yeah.
I'm saying? Because we could have seen literally potentially two lives being snuffed out over something we don't even know about. And this is why I'm going to segue into mental health a little bit. I don't want to go the other way and think it was drugs. I really hope that's not the issue. I hope he never had that demon on his back, so to speak. I tend to think more it was
Right.
a mental issue. You
Right.
understand? Because again, especially with us and whatnot, mental health is a huge issue in this country, and
Listen.
You
especially
know
for black
what?
men.
You know what? And again, I am not knocking that umbrella by no stretch of the imagination. Am I going to ever knock that?
Mhm.
You know, the picture that they did show, he did look a little
He
out
did.
there.
Yeah, he did
I'm
look a
not
little
going
Yeah.
to sit here
apprehensive.
and say that he looked a little out there, but
Right.
we don't know what goes on or whatnot. But bro, you got a father who's a coach or whatever, that
Hmm.
had a coaching career. And I don't think you hurting for money like that.
I doubt it.
You under, you understand? I mean, I'm not saying they don't have problems, but they don't have our problems.
Right.
Mm.
So so
Exactly.
so I kind of add to that, right? Where to say I see spoiled, right? I hear a football player, ex football player's son, right, living with his moms. I see spoiled,
You see spoiled.
right?
Okay.
I see spoiled. You know what I'm saying? Like and to the point of the you know what I'm saying? Like get off the couch shit. Like it could have been some real like tantrum shit. Even at
Mm.
27, right? It could have
Well,
been
that's
some
Mm,
true.
real
That is
like
true.
I don't want to do what you want to do. You know what I'm saying? Like
Mm.
because you've been coddling this motherfucker for 27 fucking years. You know
Mm.
what I'm saying?
Right.
And he got PlayStation and Genesis and you know what I'm saying? He got all
He
the
got
systems. He
he
got
got
all the
everything. He
games.
got everything, live. He got everything.
Yeah. So
Go ahead
so
yourself.
she might have said, look, get the fuck off the okay, could you get the fuck out,
Mm.
right? And he wasn't having it. So, and my point is, I don't economics don't make you sane, man. Like it, like poverty
Mm.
don't, poverty only give you a certain perspective. You know what I'm saying? Like we you know what I'm saying? Where we come from, it's we not gonna do nothing to our mother. You know what I'm saying?
Nah.
Like
Negative.
like like even in the worst relationships, we just gotta get the fuck out. It's like but you're not gonna do that,
That's
yo,
correct.
right?
at the age I am, I ain't going to put it out there,
Mm.
but at the age I am not even trying my mother. She's 80
No.
something years old. I'm
I
not
mean,
even
blessed,
thinking
man.
about
You know
that.
what I'm saying? Blessed, man. I
Exactly.
lost my mother, man, about 3 years ago, kid. You know
Lord,
what I'm saying? So I'm
condolences.
Oh, sorry.
Hmm.
saying you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Like I
condolences.
said, I love it that you ain't gonna. I love that sentiment, man. You know what I'm saying?
For
Like
sure.
my mother was the same way. My mother passed literally cutting trees out in the backyard,
Mm.
Wow.
cutting down
Really?
trees. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, nah, but I mean it was little trees, right? But you know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like I bought her the like this, they call it the alligator, and
Okay.
like
Oh,
you wrap it around small trees, and she wanted to clear out the
Hmm.
tree line a little bit, and she was back there dragging trees out the fucking back.
She was
You know what
like
I'm
oh,
saying?
doing
So
her
you
thing.
wow.
so
Let
you
me
think I'm a try my mother? You crazy?
let me take the time
Right.
right now to introduce Steve. Your mic is live. Thanks for joining us tonight. And also David,
Azul.
Azul's in the house. And also David, your mic is live. Thanks for joining us. Hopefully both of you guys are feeling well.
Yeah, what's up, man? Checking in. I'm looking forward to the
Azul.
topics and the discussions, man. What's up, Mr. Law? I gotta hit you back, man. What's good, man? You good?
Yeah, yeah, baby. I know Mr. International kid. I see you. I see you
Good now.
eating
Well, it's
that
about to
good
be soon,
food.
but
You know what
I
I'm
got I
saying?
gotta come check you in Carolina when I get back. But we'll
Yeah,
talk about that
please,
later,
man.
man.
And me and my damn, we rapping, right? Right. You know what I'm saying? Like me and my people trying to get to Washington, man. I'm making up with an old friend of mine, man. So we
Mm.
we trying to plan something for one of them AJ the Bantha or whatever the fuck his name is. You know what I'm
Oh,
saying?
the Banster? Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
the Bantha. I want to see that dude. Your son, he
Actually, oh,
killed.
you know what? I like that idea. All right, we'll
Yeah,
link. All right, sounds
yeah.
good.
Let's kick it around. You know what I'm saying?
Okay,
But
okay.
yeah. Let's go.
Well, since I have Steve and also David, I don't know if you guys want to comment on this that Bieniemy story. That's the first one we got on board with, to be honestly.
Hey, real quick, I'm gonna sit this one out because I just heard of this story through
Yeah,
you
yeah.
about 30 minutes ago. I had no idea, so I'm gonna just sit this one out and just listen,
Okay,
man.
brother. All good. Dan, you gonna take a stab at this or
Yeah, yeah. You guys hear me?
Yes,
yes?
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Loud and
Oh,
Yes,
clear.
okay.
sir. What's going on?
Yeah, I had to update Chrome because that's why it
Okay.
wasn't working.
Oh, okay.
Um, yeah, so there's an angle with this. A lot of people are dealing with a lot of mental issues,
Yes, sir.
and some of it, and I don't want to delve too deep in it, is also spiritual.
Mm,
Um,
mm,
and so um, in most cases, like I was out of the house at 20,
Hmm.
going on 21 years old, and
mhm, mhm, mhm,
that was a mutual decision that my father and I came to.
Okay.
Um, but so I agree that in most cases, at age 27, a young man is not living at home. And I don't know enough about the case. Maybe he's not living at home, and maybe he was just visiting there. I don't know, but
mm, mm, mm,
sometimes people have either emotional, physical issues, something that might be preventing them from being able to live out on their own.
Hmm.
And a normal, healthy 27-year-old young man, we usually expect to be out on their own, but there could be something that was debilitating
Hmm.
for him, either psychologically, physically, a combination of both, that might have been the reason why he was unable to live at home. Maybe he moved out and came back. There are a number of different reasons.
Hmm.
With that, though, we're looking at it from a sense of a sane mother-son relationship
mhm, mhm,
where
Okay.
mhm,
where
mhm,
where naturally none of us. My mother, I just visited her in Philadelphia over the weekend. She's 100,
Right.
Oh,
and
Okay.
so
God
Oh,
bless
bless.
her.
God bless.
so the
Bless.
same sentiment. That's still my mom, and
Yeah.
at my very large age, I still defer to her. You,
Right.
you
Mhm,
know,
definitely.
um,
Most
and,
definitely.
and that is
You
and that is
should.
natural. That is normal. But maybe they did not have a relationship that was foundationally sane.
Right.
And so, whatever this young man is going through, because looking at the picture, and of course, they're not going to show something flattering,
No.
but beyond that picture, look like someone who is possibly struggling with something
Mhm,
um,
mhm,
emotionally,
mhm,
spiritually.
mhm,
You don't know what he was into.
mhm,
Sometimes people have had situations where um, they are a drug abuser, and
mhm,
that has altered their state. And
mhm,
so that is probably the only thing that I could think of that might have contributed to this. Don't know, and sure, the family will release the details that they want to release. In their own time, it's probably a lot more to it. You don't know um, if they had a contentious relationship or if this is something that he was triggered and he snapped. I don't know. So I don't want to speculate on the why, because it's not going to make sense, and I think that in our attempt to try to make it make sense, we could come up with a lot of narratives, but there was something to me looking at that, just looking at the picture, that one picture that I saw,
Hmm.
there might have been some things that he was dealing with that drove him to the point where he would do what he did. And no, I haven't heard any statement from him, and I
No.
don't know if he's
Or from the
capable of
family.
making a statement, but it's possible that he might be suffering from something where he couldn't even tell you why he did it.
Right. Right.
Don't know. So that would be my only thing. It's all around though. It is a tragedy. The mother did survive. Am I
Yes.
correct?
She did
Yeah,
Yes.
survive.
okay.
She got
So
shot
so
twice. Once in the left
mm,
forearm and once in the left
yeah.
shoulder. Yeah. but she did survive.
Okay, well, thankfully that she survived this, and I hope, whatever help this young man needs, he's able to get, whether
Yeah, yeah.
he's in some kind of facility that can help him. I don't know, but the whole family needs the support, and that's the way I
Oh,
would just leave.
well said, Dave. Well said. One thing, you know what? I gotta agree with you. I don't like that one photo that they put out there. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying?
Right.
That kind of pissed me off because I'm like, really
They,
doing
you
this
know,
now?
yeah, they gonna show any pic that depict him as a fucking Looney Tune. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly, exactly.
They not going they're not gonna put the graduation picture with it's not
That's
Nah,
that's the media
Yeah.
for you.
yeah.
That's
hmm
the
Go
media
figure.
for you.
Go figure. Yep, exactly. Any more commentary from anybody else? Want to add in or before I move on?
Nah, I'm good. I'm good.
You good?
You know.
Steve,
Well,
buddy.
I would just hope to hear something from Pop Duke. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
Like I
Yeah.
would love to hear like something. And you know what too though? You know what I'm saying? I say this because I raised my son like
Mhm.
damn near by myself. You know what I'm saying? Well, with the help of my moms and my grandmother, whatever. But
Okay.
you know, young men, man, like need guidance, right? You know what I'm saying? Not that young women don't, right? But young men in this society really need to learn how to navigate it. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
Oh,
And
really
I
good.
hope like he don't have a story like a lot of these when you hear these NBA cats talking about moms raised me and pops wasn't never around, and you know what I'm
Mm,
saying, like, and I'm like, man, look, I just don't get it with the neglect. You know what I'm saying? Like I still, you know what I'm saying? I heard Queens was underwater for a minute.
mm.
I called
Yeah.
my son right away,
I feel
right?
you.
Mm.
I
Right.
mean, my son can swim, right? I'm like, your dog, yo.
You want to make sure.
Yeah.
You want to make sure,
Yeah,
brother.
I'm like, you good? You know what I'm saying? And he's sitting there, he's clueless. It's like, what you talking about? I was like,
Yeah.
yo, I heard Queens was like flooding. It was like not around here. Ain't nothing happening around here, right? I was like, all right, you good? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
and he hate that. Like, that dude is 30, 31. You know what I'm saying? And I'm
Right.
like, I
Live,
can't.
Nah.
live. I'm telling you, he hates it, but he loves it.
Right. Right.
He'll never tell you that.
All at the same time.
Yep.
All at the
He'll
same
never.
time,
He'll
Dave.
never
You
tell
ain't never
you that.
lied.
Hmm.
Exactly.
That kid, you know what I'm saying? I know I get on his nerve. He was like, come on, man. He's like, come on. So, son, you know what I'm saying? I can't see what happened. Like, you know what I'm saying?
But,
'Cause
Right.
but live. Ask him to ask some of his friends if they wish that they had a father
oh
that
yeah,
checked in
Mm.
on
yeah, nah, I get it. I know
Yeah.
what y'all talking about,
them.
man.
Yeah,
I
Yeah,
yeah,
do,
like,
yeah,
I do.
yeah,
But he a mod. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Bravado. You know what I'm saying? Like
yeah,
I'm grown, son. I'm grown. You know what I'm saying? Like you ain't got to treat me like that. And I'm like, son, you always gonna be 2 years old, my guy. I'm
yeah,
sorry.
exactly.
yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah,
Exactly.
Like
yeah.
you young,
100%.
you still young for nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like,
For sure. For sure. There you go.
mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh man. Let's do some moving on, shall we? With Mr. Azul, what makes
Yo,
a
Steve.
superstar? Is he still there? Or did
I'm
he
here.
go?
I'm here.
Okay, there it is for
Well,
you.
the difference, if
Mm.
you're talking about an athlete, the athlete has to have hella clout, global clout,
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
far-reaching, the other side of the globe clout. So
Mm.
Mm.
when you go to a nation, let's say Japan, you go to India, anything that's literally on the other side of the world, his name is recognizably known. So
Gotcha.
a few of these people are in that type of category. So I could go to a country on the other side of the globe, and I guarantee you, when I get back, I could tell you with a photo, I've seen a picture of Michael Jordan, the two,
Mm.
three, the red and black one.
All
Uh,
right, all right.
that to me is a great athlete with the clout. I know I shifted. I'll say this, and pass the mic or whatever.
Mhm.
Take it off sports. Musically, it's Michael Jackson, and we're talking
Yeah.
superstar. Any
Yes, sir.
person, any
Yes, sir.
planet. knows his name, knows the
Right.
song, don't even can't even speak the language.
Right.
That's a superstar to me. You're the top at your craft, and you have global recognition.
Mm.
Right.
Well said, brother.
Yeah,
Well said.
I
That's a
think
fact.
I think that that is a very accurate description of it. Just the adding the super to the star
Mhm.
it tells me that they shine in a room with other so-called stars.
Right.
We look at video. Of course, you use the example of Michael Jordan, and you put Michael Jordan in the space with other stars of his era, and you see how they look at Michael
Yeah.
in their the presence, and it's no, there isn't any jealousy about it. They recognize that the man has just entered the building,
Yes, sir.
and with the other MJ, as you mentioned, um, when Michael. When Michael Jackson would perform at like some of the awards and things like that, look at the audience that's
Yes.
filled with
Yes, sir.
stars, top of their game, and look at how they are watching like fans.
Right.
Right.
That's what takes the star to the next level.
Yeah. Yeah. But them
Superstar.
them
Right.
people them people walk a different way, man.
Yeah,
It's almost like fate and cosmic aura is
yeah,
only bestowed on these kind of people, man. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
Because you know what I'm saying. If you're not in awe, and if you're not, you standing there and going, "That's just a regular guy or a regular girl." You know what I'm
Right.
saying? But like the whole room, right?
yeah,
They crushing the whole room. It's like that's something that we can't even kind of equate. How it's almost it's so unmeasurable
Hmm.
that it's only them. Like it can only be them, and it can only be this type of
yeah.
aura that command that.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? So
You guys have brought up Mike MJ, Michael Jackson, whatnot. Let me tell you something. I have never, and it was a time where it was like Prince versus MJ. I remember those
Hmm.
times. And I'm a big Prince lover, by the way.
I
Yeah.
love
I'm
Oh,
a
me
big Prince
too.
lover.
Absolutely.
Big time.
it.
But however, I've never seen Prince go to different countries and have not just females, but guys fainting, guys
Yeah,
screaming down their
Yeah,
face.
he
yeah,
wasn't he wasn't fucking with Michael Stardom, right?
Nah,
He
nah,
was definitely
absolutely.
the better musician. Better,
Oh, for sure.
and
yeah, yeah.
if
All
I'm
around.
honest,
Yeah,
yeah, if I'm honest, he was the better everything except star.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like again, like Prince. th- Prince is another person, right? That it's not the aura, right? It actually might even be the aura. It might
Mhm.
it might be so condensed and so
Mm.
sharp, right? That it's like it's this motherfucker, right? But it might be all different types of chakra and shit. You know what I'm saying? But
Right.
like Prince was, I mean, unfuckwittable. Like he played every fucking instrument. He sung every fucking he could go baritone and then falsetto in a fucking heartbeat.
Exactly.
Like he
Mm.
was fucking incredible.
He
And
really is.
again, like
Yes.
Michael Jackson couldn't do that shit. He couldn't do all that. You know
No.
what I'm
yeah.
saying?
Michael
Couldn't do.
couldn't do that, and I don't want to get into. And I agree with you, Live.
Uh-huh.
I don't want to get into the comparison because I think it's an unfair comparison that we did, and that did an injustice to Prince in many ways. If
Yeah,
if
yeah.
I can say, and as crazy as it sounds, Prince was often underrated. You
Sure,
Yes.
know,
sure.
in
Yeah.
comparison.
Right.
And for all the reasons why you mentioned, I think with Michael, what it was though. If you were to create a character to be a superstar, iconic musical, artist, you might create Michael. But if you
Mm.
were to like, if we use the analogy of a video game like 2K, and you turned all the sliders up on all the attributes. You
Right,
got
right.
you know,
Yeah,
and I think
yeah,
you
yeah.
know the fact that Prince was his music,
Yeah, yeah,
whereas I think
yeah.
Michael could take a song and make it great. Prince
Well,
was
I'll
the
agree with
music,
that. I can
Okay.
agree with that.
Okay.
you
Right.
know.
Like Mike,
And I
Mike,
will
Mike,
say,
Mike definitely made the better song, right? No matter, if you're talking about
he made
Quincy,
I
you're
think,
talking
well, I
about
Made
say
the
he
Jimmy
song
made
better.
Jam
the
and
song.
Terry Lewis
I
and
would
them. If
say
you,
this live. I want to say this though. No, Prince's songs are phenomenal.
For sure.
yeah, yeah,
I think Michael had the ability to take a song that was given to him,
Hmm.
and not saying he didn't write anything, but I'm saying he could take a song that was given to him and then make it something even greater than
yes,
how
sir.
it was
Okay.
handed to him.
I, I, I get,
But
I give y'all an example of that too, right? You know what I'm saying? Go,
yeah,
go look up, Butterfly, right?
Hmm.
yes,
And
yes,
the girl that made it. Look, to listen to
Marsha
her.
Ambrosius. Right.
Marsha
Right.
Ambrose,
Yeah,
yeah,
Ambrosia. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah. Man, listen, she murders. She kills
yeah,
Michael on this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like her range alone,
yeah,
just like,
Right.
and I mean, fuck, she
yeah.
wrote the shit, right? So
Right, she
whatever,
wrote
Right.
it.
right?
Yeah,
But she murders this shit. But it will never be as dope as Michael shit.
yeah,
Mm.
Like
yeah, yeah,
truthfully, I I don't even I fuck with Marsha Ambrosia's joint in the car, right?
yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
fuck with Michael shit every place else, right? I'm like, I don't
No, I feel you. I
I
wanted
fuck with
to,
Michael shit in the crib, like you know what I'm saying? Like it's
Right.
like I don't
I
want to hear
wanted
that
to
shit
say,
like no place else. So
yeah, live. I wanted to say something about their stardom. Um, I never saw Michael in person. I did see Prince in person, not in
that's dope.
concert, but
That's dope. Yeah.
years ago, when they were filming Crush Groove. Um, um,
Oh,
I happen to be, from the same place as Run DMC. So a few of
oh,
us
that's
Right.
dope.
were
That's
we were
dope.
up
Right.
while they were filming the scene where Sheila E. performs. That
Oh,
was at the
dope.
Manhattan, that was at the Manhattan Center, and I was upstairs in the balcony
You're
area,
right.
not on the floor where they were
I dig it.
filming.
I dig it.
And Prince
Oh,
came
hey.
to see Sheila E. perform.
That's
And
dope. That's
naturally,
dope.
he told us that his people told us that we had to leave that area because Prince was there. He walked right by me, and it was like, oh, shoot, that's Prince. And we're talking about
Okay. So how
1985.
short was he? Pause. Right?
85.
How short was
Extremely short.
he? Okay.
And he had on those white boots, and he had the big bodyguard that we'd always have
Yeah.
with him.
Okay. Right. Right.
Yeah,
Right.
but it was like, oh shoot, that's Prince. It was like, wow, that's Prince. Now, had Michael been in the place, they would not have been able to film.
Yeah. Right.
'Cause
Right.
Right.
everybody would
Right.
have left their location to
Right.
try to get where Michael
Right.
was,
Of course.
and that
Of
was kind
course.
of a difference. In their heyday, that was the difference.
So Dave, I'm gonna tell you how small this world is, right? So I was in Crush Groove.
Oh.
Really,
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I
really,
was in two scenes, right? I was in Fat Boy scene when they was in the school,
yeah,
right? And I
Okay.
was in the Manhattan Center scene when Run DMC did Rundown.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we were there at the same time. Yeah,
Was we?
I was
Okay,
there.
that's why I said. That's
That
why I
was,
said
it was
if you was
a,
there, if you was at that Sheila E. joint,
yeah. They,
me and you probably bad past each other too.
Absolutely,
We was in the same
absolutely.
audience. Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
they shot it all. They shot it all in the same day. The Sheila E. and
No,
the
I
run.
didn't. Yeah,
The run
I didn't see
yeah,
Sheila E. I saw
yeah,
Run DMC. I
yeah.
was
They
there for
did
the
it
Run
all the
DMC
same
joint.
day. Yeah, they did it all the same day. It was
I
Yeah,
gotta put
separate.
that movie
Set
on.
up.
I gotta put that movie on. See if I can
Yeah,
find it.
we
yeah,
gotta
and
find
and,
out
and I'll
online.
even show y'all
Now I gotta go
where I'm
watch
at.
it.
They actually showed me in the Fat Boy scene. I'm at the top of the steps. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah. They had this.
I'm at,
Yeah, yeah,
I'm
yeah.
at the top of the steps. I'm,
Okay.
I'm up in there with a gray shirt on
Right.
Great shirt.
and a gray derby. You know what I'm saying? Something like the Run
Now hold
DMC
up.
joint.
Let me just stop you right there. You notice how he described what he was wearing. You notice what he didn't
Exactly.
mention?
What's
He
that?
didn't mention any pants.
And
You
they ain't raised
stupid.
it that
He
high.
gave him
they,
a hat and a
they
shirt.
ain't go down on it. You know what I'm saying? They
Yeah,
came up on they brought it down. They panned it down. You know what I'm saying? So
I got you. I
Now,
understand.
it's
Did you
crazy.
have on Nike or Adidas?
Yeah,
Yeah, no, son. I had on the thing. They wasn't shell toes though. They were. I had some
yeah,
gray.
yeah.
I forgot what they called them motherfuckers, but they wasn't
Okay.
shell
mm,
toes. They was, but I had like
That's
a whole gray suit on. I had the campus on. I had the gray leaves. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
I had the gray and white
Name belt?
Adidas on. Yeah, I was doing it. I was killing it.
Now I gotta go back and
Yeah,
watch
yeah,
that.
nah.
Yeah, yeah. I
exactly.
wasn't in
Exactly.
it, but my boy and I we had on the black leather suits with the shell toe
Ah,
Adidas, just like
Okay.
Run DMC.
yeah, that's
Yeah,
dope. That's dope. I always wanted one of them fucking suits too. The fucking leather
yeah.
blazer with the leather pants. Oh,
Exactly.
Yep.
fuck. That
The
shit sound
Lancey
wicked
suit.
right now, but
The Lancey
The
suit. There
Lance.
you go.
Yeah, the
yeah, the
Lancey suit.
lambskin joints. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh,
Word.
yeah.
Word.
The lambskin
Word.
joint. Mm.
Well,
Mm-mm.
let's see. What makes a superstar? We just explained that. In sports, who would you consider? This is easy. I mean, we already know, obviously, differences. High stats, a great player usually gets a system. System reliant, also reliable. But a superstar is a game changer. A superstar elevates others. A superstar, as Steve was saying, is a global icon. You know what I'm
Mm.
saying? So you have those factors and whatnot, and that's basically the difference. If we talk about basketball, hey, you got to throw Michael Jordan up there. You got to throw LeBron up there. Um,
Gotta throw
yeah,
Brunson up there. This shit definitely, kid.
that's
Steph,
interesting. That's interesting.
Steph
This is
Like,
Curry.
gotta
interesting.
throw Brunson up in there, man.
I was
There's been a lot of
thinking
talk.
about it.
What's
Mm-hmm.
that, Dave?
No, I was thinking about that and wondering if he's achieved that level because of the global piece.
Yeah, no, because of New York, man. Okay, so and let me not even like diminish just the theatrical fucking aspect of the whole run. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Just the theatrical shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like it was such a storybook kind of situation, and for us, I know me. I didn't even get to enjoy it because I thought like we was so far behind the eight ball every fucking game. Like it ain't feel like
Right.
we ran through the fucking playoffs. It was like we
Exactly.
not getting no fucking calls. We can't hit no fucking shots. All of that, and we persevered. And I think
Exactly.
that whole theatrical kind of situation
It's, it's
elevated him
48 minutes.
to a very high place globally. Like you know what I'm saying? Like, but I mean, it ain't happened yet, but like we gonna see it when the season starts. Like
Interesting.
we
Mm.
gonna see how many fucking commercials he in, how many storylines these fucking fake ass pundits talk about. Like we gonna see the impact of like this year and
It's
New
funny.
York fandom. Like we just gonna I think he's
I
there,
feel
man.
you. It's
You
funny
know
because
what?
again, like you said, the button. Go ahead,
I don't
Nicole.
know about that, lie.
Yeah,
Okay,
because
speak on it. Speak on it. What's
because
that?
I mean, like I said, I
right.
mean, when I say superstar, I'm talking about when I say global cloud. Like you could go to, let's say, Pakistan, India. You can see
Yeah,
little kids running around with
yeah,
Brunson
yeah.
jerseys. I don't think he's there yet.
Yeah, no,
Not
nah.
yet.
I agree. I agree. Yeah, yeah. Nah, he's not Pakistani. You know what I'm saying?
I was about to
He,
say. Yeah, I was about to say. I was about to
he's
say
not
something
raw
similar,
hand
Steve.
in the pate. He's not there yet. You know what I'm saying? Like,
But he's
so yeah.
there. He's on the cusp. He's on the cusp. You gotta give it to him. He's
But
on the
right,
cusp.
right.
I give him on the cusp.
I believe like again. I think we when the news cycle get back into especially like
Mhm.
when the rings come out and the season really
Right.
start. You know what I'm saying?
Mm,
And I think he's not gonna
mm,
be. You know what I'm saying? He's not gonna be
mm.
street food international. He's not gonna be that. If he win another ring though, right? Like if we could do a back to
In,
back joint,
in the
Jesus
conversation.
Christ.
In the conversation. Back to back. Is he in the conversation for that?
I
Watch
believe
that.
so. I believe after that, yeah. I believe it after that.
I
I
don't
don't know
know,
yet.
man. No,
I
no,
think
it's
a
gonna
lot of,
take.
it's going to take more. Yeah, I think a lot
Yeah,
of
right.
people
So it's got to be at
What?
least
What?
four.
one.
In your opinion, what would it take? What would it take in
At
your
least
opinion?
four. At least four.
Oh,
Well, think
Jesus.
about it. I give you the names like Kobe, Jordan,
Okay.
Gretzky. Um,
Mm. Mm.
uh rule. I mean, you can go to like if you go to baseball, like Otani
Yeah.
got global count. You know what? Go to a different sport. It's just in the World Cup. Messi, like that's a
Yeah,
global
no,
name. Like
but
you,
yeah, but
Okay.
you
Well,
know,
we talking
soccer
about a
got
whole
way more
different sport
cachet
that's
than
global.
NBA. Yeah, yeah, like
But, you
you know,
know,
like you can't even compare them dudes. Like their
Like
world
they
cachet. Like
they
just because we
mm,
don't fuck with it, like Messi is still a large
right.
entity in New York, right?
let
But
me
that's
let me
because of
give
that's
you.
the
Okay.
sport,
no.
right? Yeah.
But I go
Let me
like when
give
I go
you
to
a point.
different places, everybody's got a Messi jersey, no matter what country I
I
go to.
believe you. I no, and again, brother,
Okay. Okay.
Not
I
knocking that.
believe you. You know what I'm saying? And
Right.
Yeah.
I don't think there may not. Well, you know what? I seen some Kevin Durant shit the other day where he gave the Argentine cat the cold shoulder. You know what I'm saying? So I
Oh,
guess
yeah.
global recognition is possible. So yeah, yeah.
Let me say this, and I think I agree with Steve on that. What you let me give you an example. We just had the World Cup.
Right.
Yes, sir.
If LeBron came to the World Cup in the midst of all of that, it would be something that would be very noticeable to
Mm,
the people that were there. If Brunson came to the World Cup, we would might look at it and say, "Oh, yeah, basketball fans." But globally,
mm-hmm.
I don't think the recognition would be the same unless they. You would have to really be a basketball fan globally
Right.
to identify him in a
Right.
space
Right.
big as
Right.
that. Whereas
Yeah, I
LeBron,
think. Yeah.
you don't
Yeah.
necessarily have to be an NBA fan to
Mm-hmm.
Mm,
recognize or MJ.
Right. Right.
They might be in a suite. A
Mm-hmm.
Tom Brady, even maybe. That kind of thing. But I don't think Brunson is there yet. He had a magical run, and I hope that it continues.
Yes, sir.
If he does this, strings this together two, three more times, and then at that
I'd
level,
say two more
then
times.
I
I'd
think,
say two more
yeah,
times.
Yeah, I was getting
yeah,
ready to
I
say,
think,
man,
yeah, yeah, yeah,
like that
yeah,
four, man. He's
yeah,
on
yeah, yeah,
Obi and
right.
LeBron like
Yeah.
situation. You know what
Now,
I'm saying?
now, what the point that you made about what as far as branding,
Mm-hmm.
because
Hmm.
LeBron is a brand, MJ is a brand,
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Messi,
yeah.
all of these guys are brands. Brunson, I don't think it has that status yet, but with marketing and everything like that, and then
Right,
what he
right.
does to match all that, then we can start talking about it. But you know what? I want to say this: there's nothing wrong with not being a superstar.
Yeah,
Um, you
Right.
well,
know,
that's my guy,
yeah,
man. He like
yeah,
like I said, man. If I mean, and even us talking about it, right? I got to go. And I got a whole big favoritism for Patrick.
yeah,
I still don't think you know what I'm saying. Like he up there with Patrick. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Wow.
So this
yeah,
is what
Like
I'm
yeah,
going to say. I'm going to say this. For Brunson to play
Okay.
in New York, in the media capital of the world, you would think he would be bigger than he is.
yes, sir. Okay,
Mm.
I see
You
your
would
point.
think so. No, that's fair.
Hey, right,
That's
right,
fair assessment.
right.
You
yeah,
you would think he would be, with winning the championship, with how they won the championship and stuff of
Hmm.
that nature.
Hmm.
I'm not saying there's noise, but it's quiet noise. You understand what I'm saying? As
Yeah,
far as
yeah. It's
let
almost
let's
like it
let's
ain't even sunk in yet. Yeah, no,
let
I dig it.
let's go
I dig
back. Now I'm gonna go back a little ways. When the '86 Mets won, they talked about everybody.
it.
yeah,
Mm,
You
mm.
understand?
yeah,
So for the scale of measuring, I say the Mets. I'm not going to say the Yankees. I said the Mets because it was bigger win for the Mets than it was for the Yankees with all the
Oh, sure.
championships that they won.
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
So this is what I'm
Absolutely,
Yeah.
saying. You would think
no
It's
doubt.
respectful.
Yeah,
it's noise, but it's quiet
yeah,
noise as far as the Brunson
Okay.
front in New York.
yeah. Yeah, well, I'll leave it with this point. The series was, of course, the Knicks won it, but going into it, it was about Wemby.
Of course.
Right. It
Yeah,
was. Yeah. I
The
mean,
Knicks had that run, and everybody's talking about that. But the big talk was about Wemby, and
right,
so what we got
Hmm.
was the Knicks beat Wemby,
right,
and
right,
for
right,
the
right.
Spurs. but had the Spurs won, they wouldn't have said Wemby or the Spurs beat Brunson. They would have said the Spurs beat the
You could
Knicks.
make.
So,
Yeah, yeah,
so
sure,
even
sure,
though
sure.
Brunson was the engine that ran that
Right.
team, and everybody else played their parts, and he showed himself to be the best player out there when he was going up against Wemby because he was cooking Wemby too.
Okay.
But the focus was on Wemby throughout, and they were ready to anoint him. This was supposed to
Uh,
be a
Oh,
coronation for
they
Wemby,
did. They
and
already did.
Brunson,
Yeah, nah. He
they
get
yeah,
already
put his
did.
and then
Exactly.
Brunson
stupid ass on
spoiled that.
the 2K
Brunson
cover.
spoiled that party. And I don't want to make it. I don't want to do a comparison, but when LeBron came into the league, and who did they lose to? Dallas.
It was
What was
Dallas. Yeah, it was Dallas.
the first
Exactly.
time?
Yeah,
So
it was
we
Dallas.
No, no, they
we
lost to
told.
the Spurs when he was with Cleveland.
Okay, right. But again, the loss, it was
Yeah,
about
yeah, right.
the
When he was with the Heat.
winning
Right,
that
right, right.
coronation, the first go around. This is the first entry into the finals, and it was going to be like the coronation of the king,
Mhm.
and they threw a monkey wrench into that plan. Now he won later, and Wemby may win later, but in this series. When you looked at the two stars, it was Wemby that had the attention, but Brunson commanded the room that he was
He
in.
took that
And
shit. Yeah,
that's what,
no,
yeah, he
he
took it.
took that
He
shit.
took it, and
He took it.
that's what's the difference.
Hmm. Exactly. Exactly.
Man,
Well, yeah, just like Live was saying, I agree, Live. They already trying to give this. They're trying to give this guy Wimby that superstar label already, and to me,
fine.
Yeah,
he's accomplished nothing. He's accomplished nothing. Let's keep it a buck. Is he
no,
talented?
Nothing.
he
Nothing.
couldn't even win the sippy cup.
He right,
Exactly.
right, right, right. There you go. There you go, Dave.
Exactly.
Right? Fucking
Is he
sippy cup.
talented? No, but he's talented. I'll give him that. But he's light in the ass. I'll say that as well.
You know what?
Yeah, yeah,
Like, can I ask a question, right? With all of this shit that they putting on them, right? And we acknowledge what it is. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
They want that international dollar. They want like this was
Right.
one of the
yeah,
That's what it's
like
about.
I think that this was one of the largest viewed finals in NBA history, something like that.
yeah.
I got
It
Yeah,
was New
right.
York,
Well,
baby.
but
yeah,
if we know what typical this shit is typical fucking Ming, Rick Smits,
Hmm.
yeah,
shit, you can run it down the line. These big men are not durable,
No,
right?
they're really not.
So what if, and my question is, what if he can't sustain like this out? I don't even think the output. Well, because he had a team. You know what I'm saying? They achieved way more than they were supposed to. I believe, right? So what if he
Hmm.
can't put out this output? Like, do we hear from the pundits like, "Oh, we made a mistake"? No, you know what I'm
They'll
saying?
never tell you that.
Okay,
I
They'll
think
say
he's
that.
only going to get better. I think he's only
yeah,
you
going
I
to
think
get
do.
so?
better.
Okay.
I
We'll
do, Reg.
see.
No,
We'll see.
he's got the ability. It's if his body sustains it, he's got
That's the
to.
thing.
I think he needs to
Yeah,
That's
put
the
on
thing,
some
B.
weight
that's what I
because
don't trust.
even
I don't trust that.
Jose Alvarado took him down.
Right.
Exactly.
So he to me he just looked like arms and legs.
Yes.
Right.
And so if his body doesn't betray him, he's got the ability. I think he's got the skill
Right.
set to be good, and he's only, yeah. I don't want to say they diminish his age, but Brunson is late 20s, and he's more in the early 20 range.
Mhm.
So he still has some growing and developing to do. He might not have finished growing out.
Mm, mm.
Height he might be done, but he'll fill out some more. So I'm not going to take anything away from his potential, but his head has also been has in the right place too. 'Cause,
Right.
he tried to play the mind games,
Right. Right. Right.
and he was out and he was outgunned.
Yeah.
I,
Yeah.
yeah, he did.
Yeah.
I think the concentrated boy. It might have been a little bit different
Yeah.
instead of trying to go where he went. Might have
Right,
been a little
right.
different.
Yeah. Well, he gonna learn from that though, right?
Yeah,
Yes,
I
yeah,
mean, because
it's learning experience.
you can't look at all the footage of your fucking shenanigans like this year
Right.
Yeah.
and then go back to it. Like you can't like you can't. I
Yeah.
mean, even when he took out the I think it was the Timberwolves where he put his hand on his hips and you know what I'm saying, like yeah, crown me right now. Like
Right. Right.
all the theatrics,
Yeah.
all of that shit. I don't think like me as a man, if I did all of that and then I get
Yeah.
the consolation prize and shit, I
Yeah.
don't
Yeah.
think I would. I think I would be way more humble after that.
Mm.
He got
So
humbled in one game. He went
Right.
from
Right.
I'm in your
Right.
head
it was a whole
to
fucking series because I mean,
Yeah.
like that, he was on cloud nine before the Knicks series. The Knicks again, man, they was like, yo, this David Wilborn got up there and was
Mm.
like, it's only one superstar in the
Right,
motherfucking
right.
series,
I got
and
that
that's
there.
Wembanyama. And I was like, yo, why you had to like the whole you had to pronounce the whole name, dog? Right? You
yeah.
know what I'm saying? Like they already did it.
Sure.
They already gave it to him. So if I'm Wembanyama, I'm on some real humble shit. I'm not saying a
You
You
word
better
better.
not.
until I
You better
get to
not.
another final, B. I'm not
You better
saying
not.
nothing.
No.
Exactly.
Don't say a word until you win it.
Don't do
Yeah.
nothing right until well, I mean, look, if I could get to another, because see, and this is the shit that I think I was saying with y'all, like, son, we gotta win this shit now, right?
Right.
'Cause it's
Yeah.
hundred
no
percent.
guarantee that
Hey,
you getting back. I don't
no,
give
there's none. There's none.
dynasty, whatever the fuck. You know what I'm saying?
There's none.
Again, man, I'm sitting here praying that everybody is healthy. That they keep
Exactly.
rushing out until that wrist is 100%. I'm like, you got enough guns that I don't because it like right now it don't even matter what place we in. We want to win as many games as possible, but I
Right.
don't care. I just want us to be healthy
Yes,
for
sir.
the playoffs. That's it.
Well,
Let me
listen.
hold
Listen.
on. Hold
Oh,
on. Let me take
okay.
the time to introduce the bishop. Your mic is live. Thanks for joining us. Hope
Oh,
all is
Bishop.
well.
Bishop,
What's going on, fellas
Bishop,
What's
what's
up,
going
and
Bishop?
on?
What's
lady?
good, baby?
And lady, everything is all good.
All right. Yeah.
Everything is all good.
Yes,
No,
Everything
I
is
sir.
just
all
wanted
good.
to say, Wemby went in there looking for all the smoke, and he came out looking like Fire Marshal
Ah,
Bill.
Yeah,
He
that
got
makes sense.
caught up in the hype.
Yeah,
He got caught up
Yeah.
in the hype.
he did. He damn sure did. He damn sure
Uh,
did. He
yeah,
believed his own smoke.
Yep.
He
Yeah.
yeah,
believed it, and
yeah,
he believed it. And
yeah.
he dragged his ass out. You know, I heard an interesting stat the other day. Right, as much as like they throw out the stat like they was up for
mhm.
like 75% of the time,
Right.
they were really only winning the first quarter.
Yep.
That's it.
Yep.
In a plus minus situation, it was just the first quarter. Every other quarter, they were losing.
Right.
So,
Mm.
so statistically, they won the series. That's another one of
Yeah,
those.
I don't. Yeah, see that Cav coach fucked that up a little bit, right?
Yeah. Yeah. And then what did the assistant coach for the Spurs say if the game was 46 minutes?
Yeah,
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 he
yeah.
did too. Yeah, he fucked that up. Yeah, he
Stupid.
Yeah.
fucked it up.
So,
That's
Steve.
extra dumb.
So it's interesting. Like, so I'm not convinced. I'm not convinced that this dude is the next come in. I know they want to pass the torch and want to move on from
Hmm.
LeBron, but that dude is not it. Don't get me
Yeah,
wrong.
fuck
Like
that dude.
he
Fuck
brings
that
pretty
dude.
much, pretty much, pretty much. He brings. Well, he brought a different set of challenges,
Hmm.
but guys will figure it out. You know what I'm saying? Like there's been tall guys in the league before.
For sure.
They'll figure it out. They'll make adjustments, and then you'll just be another 7'4", 7'5" guy that's been in the league that your feet start hurting you, your knees start
Yeah,
hurting you,
yeah. I mentioned
or
that. Yeah,
or because you can't sustain the
Right.
82 game bump and grind, and then
right.
next season, I'm sure there's going to be a lot more physicality.
Yeah, on him too. Right,
Right.
like
Right.
right on
There's
him
gonna
because again, pardon me for cutting you off, Bishop. You know what I'm saying? I believe the influx or the trend of everybody getting like three fucking big men is because of the same physicality that Bishop mentioned. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
Like they're going at, you know what I'm saying? Understand that they lost behind uh Cat and fucking Mitch.
Mm.
Like he could not sustain fucking with both of them.
No, he could not.
And they overpaid Hartenstein, and it's like,
Ooh,
I
they
mean,
gave
well,
him a whole bunch of money.
a bunch of teams are overpaying these big guys.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
OKC's problem was they overpaid Hartenstein and they overpaid Chet. They overpaid those guys, and
Yeah, they
then
did.
you get
Mm.
to the end and you can't deal with it.
And they got rid of their best defender.
Well, for San Antonio, it's like, yeah, you had what's the white guy's name? The one from
San Antonio.
yeah, Luke Cornett.
Okay,
You
gotcha.
know,
Right, right, right.
you had Luke Cornett backing him up, and it's just like, dude, after your starting five, legitimately after your starting five and Dylan Harper, you had nobody. You had nobody. You had nobody. You couldn't put Luke Cornett in the game because as soon as he got in the game, he was just putting
They
pick
was
and
running
rolls.
up to the back. It's a
Yeah,
layup drill.
he
Yeah.
was just putting pick and rolls and movement, and it's like, okay, well, I can't guard anybody. I can't guard Cat. I can't guard any of these shorter guys. They trying to put me on Josh Hart. He banging threes out on me. Say, yo, yo, and it's like I'm still not convinced. I'm still not convinced. And historically, there's never been a French-born player that has dominated the league or led the
Oh,
league.
oh, oh, hey, hey, put some
Dominique
respect
is
on
different.
Frank Ntilikina, all right? Put,
I was just
put
thinking the same
once the
thing.
Nick, always the Nick. He in the French league, give it motherfuckers baguettes. But respect my man.
Like I said, there's never been a French-born player besides Dominique Wilkins, and that's because he was born in Paris, I believe, that has ever like
Oh,
been
okay.
like
Yeah,
been like that dude in
put
the
a
league.
copyright on that. I'm using that in the rhyme.
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah,
fuck you, French motherfuckers. Right?
yeah. And it's like,
Only
you
French dude
understand
to ever do it was Dominique Wilkins.
Dominique, right? You mean highlight film, and the
Right.
crazy thing is, you remember not the year before last, all of the GMs were drafting all these French players,
Right.
drafting a bunch
Dude,
of French.
Yeah.
The
yeah,
top
we
like
got
Yes.
caught
six,
up. We got caught
six,
up.
seven. No, I never got caught up.
No,
Top
not
six.
we,
No, the
right? The Knicks
Knicks.
with Dottier. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
Mm.
that dude, Dadier. So
Yeah,
all of
take a
those
deep
guys that
breath. Take a deep breath, brother.
all
Take
those guys that they drafted, all those guys that they drafted, the dude that Atlanta drafted, all them
Yeah,
dudes that they
Risha
drafted,
Yeah.
Shea,
Yeah.
Risha Shea,
Yeah.
garbage,
yo, them dudes is trash. They
trash.
trash. And the only reason why Wemby,
Garbage.
and the only reason why they don't even play anymore. I think they traded him. I
They
think he
did.
was a
No,
number
no,
two.
yeah, no, Risha Shea got traded. Right, right, right,
Yeah, they
right.
traded him. So it's like, yo,
I
you
think they
couldn't even
traded him to the Spurs. Wow, wait a minute, where did he went?
Yeah, where did he go? Let me see.
maybe because he's French and it's a French connection. Maybe they did trade
That's
him.
The
bad.
French
That's
connection. Yeah.
bad. That's bad.
Yeah,
That's
it's like,
bad.
yeah, I don't. Yeah, you could say, hey, he's this, he's that. So was Porzingis. So
Mm.
was
Mm, mm.
so
The
so was
unicorn.
yeah. So was even before all of those guys came, the tall dude that played along
Frederick
uh,
Weiss.
Ralph Sampson. Ralph
Mm.
Sampson. Remember
Ralph
Ralph Sampson?
Sampson was French.
No. Ralph
No.
Sampson was a seven. I think he was
Yeah,
7'1"
yeah,
or
injury
7'2".
prone cat. Yeah,
But he
yeah,
had the
Yeah.
way he played. He was injury prone. He was tough.
Yeah.
yeah,
And
yeah,
he
yeah.
was
He was.
injury prone.
He
His
was.
body, his
Out of
body wasn't
Virginia.
right. His
And that
body
guy.
wasn't made for that wear and tear like that. So it's just like,
Yeah.
them dudes, their bodies are just not made for the wear and tear
Of
of
the
like the bump and
NBA.
grind. And it's like, yeah, and it's like, and plus the way he plays, you're susceptible to getting hurt
Right.
because you like to put the
Mm-hmm.
ball on the floor. You want to do the step back or crossover, and that's stepping on somebody's ankle. That's somebody you want to do a spin move.
Right.
It's like yo, that's you leave yourself wide open to get hurt.
Mm.
Because if I got 5 fouls, I mean 6 fouls, and I could utilize a few of them with just running into you full force.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm.
Eventually, the right dude does it. Eventually, you're gonna get shook.
Right.
So
And that guy, Zachary Researchu, Shear, whatever it is. Yeah,
Risha
he got
shit.
yeah, he
Reed.
got traded. He got traded to Dallas, by the way.
Oh,
Mm. Okay.
all them French players they drafted. None of them.
Right.
Yeah, they shipped it. They shipping them all back over there. It's like,
Right.
yo,
Only good French dude is the light skinned homie. I forgot what his name is.
Ooh, Tony Parker.
Tony Parker.
Well, yeah, Parker. Okay, Parker too. But I was talking about the cat. He was just on the Clippers. He might still be on the Clippers.
Who the hell is this?
I forgot his name. Dang.
Let's see if I can find. At least
Dang.
I can see if he's
He was
pretty
good. He was real good actually.
on the Clippers.
He was old as fuck on the Clippers, but he got
Oh, Batum,
yeah yeah.
Oh,
Nicholas
Nick
Batum.
Batum.
Yeah,
Batum,
yeah,
Nicholas
yeah.
Batum. Yep.
Okay, yeah, he was
Yeah,
serviceable. He was serviceable. I'm not gonna lie.
definitely. Yeah. He was. I give him a little bit more than serviceable. Pause. Right.
Sure, he was serviceable. He was good. He was all right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hell yeah. Well,
Him
that
and
goes.
the other cat's another one too. Damn, got his name too. Shit.
I think I know
He
you're
was on
talking
the
about.
Suns.
Oh man, I think I know you're talking about too.
Forgot homie name. The big body dude. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Always look mad overweight.
Right. Yeah, I can't think of that guy's name.
Mm-hmm.
I was thinking
You know,
about.
what are you talking about? Oliver Miller?
No.
Yeah.
Nah,
Oh, I remember Oliver
Uh,
Miller too.
uh,
Not Oliver Miller though. No.
nah. Are you talking about Dante Exum?
No. He was trash. He was
Yeah, he was
injury
trash.
trash too.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
Yeah.
None of them French dudes are durable. None of them French dudes are durable. None of them.
no.
And it's like they keep looking for somebody to pass the torch to, and it's just
Right.
like,
It's desperation.
yeah, you better. Yeah, I mean, they keep underestimating. Anthony Edwards seems like the only one that might be able to hold it down uh for a little while, but I don't know about his longevity.
Yeah, I don't know
He
about that
might
one.
he might be able to hold it down or be like, separate himself from the pack.
Right.
But that's the only one that I kind of like see night in and night out. It doesn't matter. I'm getting mine. I'm getting these buckets, and
Mm,
I'm embarrassing some people.
right.
It's like
You give me
it's
a stopgap.
yeah. And he
Give me a
just got
stopgap.
married. He just got married too, so maybe he's
Mm.
changed his
Enjoying,
ways.
yeah, enjoying the jacuzzi effect. Right.
Changed his ways a little.
Who we talking about? Ooh, Zion?
No,
Oh man,
Zion.
Oh,
It's like
that guy.
Zion is the official spokesperson for Popeye's Chicken.
Exactly. He's done.
absolutely.
He
Yeah.
is done.
I thought,
He is done.
I thought he was the official spokesman for blow up dogs.
Well,
Oh,
no,
well,
that's
Yeah,
what he do. That's
he
what he do
stay humping on
after.
the blow up dog, B. I was like, God damn. Like,
That
what
Like
the
too.
fuck is
him
wrong
and
with you,
him
B?
and him and dominating Aiden, two ugly dudes.
oh,
Word, eight in love the stripper poles?
Yep,
Yeah.
yep,
Wow.
Oh damn.
That's
really?
crazy.
yeah.
That's
I hear you.
crazy.
Nah.
He's
All
like,
right. I hear you. What about this? Let's get into this one right here. Let's talk about what we're here for. LeBron in the decision two chooses the 76ers of Philly to a 2-year, $8 million deal.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Now,
That'd be a 1 year deal.
you think so?
I mean,
I mean, it could be
go
right.
ahead. I'm gonna let you rock, and then you know.
See, here's the thing. Here's the thing. Does it ruin his legacy? Yes. I'm sorry, but it does. Because now you're chasing rings, man. I would have had more respect for you had you not chosen the 76ers. I get it. You want a ring, but this just doesn't feel right to me. It just doesn't. It doesn't really sit well with me for some reason. You know,
Me neither.
it really doesn't. I'm just like, come on, man. You could have went back to Cleveland. You could have went to Cleveland.
Okay, so I mean, for me on that, like the ring chasing, I, I, I with him, I don't care, right? Like I don't care. Like
Okay.
it's um. I don't see he's not pissing me off ethically. Put it like
Mm,
that. right? I mean,
Mm.
because again, he never forced his way out of nothing. That motherfucker, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm a free agent. I do what the fuck I want to. You know what I'm saying? And I go where I
I
want to.
mean, I get that line, but at the same time, it just doesn't sit right with me. It
No,
just
no, because we come from the era of loyalty, right?
right, right.
We
Yes,
come
sir.
from
Yes,
no,
sir.
and I dig it, and I get it, right? But I also and I even more so, right? You know what I'm saying? I get about legacy, right? Like you hanging out, you going down with the ship, and you being loyal to your team. I
Right.
get that too, right? But I don't have no personal beef with that,
Okay.
right?
Okay. Fair enough.
What I got a beef with is um
Hmm.
you go in someplace. Well, fuck it. Yeah, I got a beef with the ring chasing part, not its ethics, right? You know what I'm saying? Like I would have respected you more if you would have went to the Wizards,
Hmm.
right? You went to where optimally, right? If they do it right, dog, and
Right.
this is why we talking, right?
Sure.
If they do it right, they could fuck up a lot of people's shit, right? I
Hmm.
don't think they gonna
Yeah.
do it with us, and I don't. I think they got a whole. I think he got to stay there next year if they want to do it, because it's not gonna happen this year. But if they do it right, man, they could go deep into the playoffs. B. I
If
I
they
I
do it right,
yeah, if
if
they do it right.
Joel Embiid stays healthy.
Well, again, I think Mitch gave him the template last year, right?
Mm. Right. Right.
It's
Right.
like it's like he ain't never played more than 39 games in his life.
Mm.
More than 39 games in one season in his life. Or maybe I think it might have been the last 3, 4 years, some shit like that. Right?
So
So you going, we just don't play this motherfucker until the playoffs.
Mm.
Right? I mean, that's the only way they get Embiid to the playoffs. Right?
so
And they can't. They got to do an extreme Mitch. Like they can't even. Mitch played every fucking game for 20. Every other game actual or something like that. Like early in the season, he was doing like every other game or some shit like that. But then
Mm.
they ramped it up to every game, but it was like 15, 20 minutes a game or some shit like that. Like they gave him the template with Embiid. Now again, it's like you got 100 people that play the same way. Your top four players need the ball,
Mm.
right? None of them is facilitators, right? Maxi is not a facilitator. He's not no point guard like that.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? Like who on your squad is that they don't have no point guards. You know what I'm saying? Like none. You know what I'm saying? So,
well, yeah,
but yeah,
yeah. So I don't particularly have a problem with LeBron going to Philly because it doesn't change anything. It doesn't. It doesn't mean that they're a championship
No, it
contender. It
doesn't.
doesn't. It doesn't. Like everybody's like, oh yeah, this that. On paper, maybe it might look like, hey, they
yeah,
man, they
2K.
really
Yeah.
got something.
On
Mhm.
paper.
They really got something in Philly. But
Right.
you, it's just another team in the East. You know what I'm saying? It's just another
Ah,
team in the East.
I disagree with
It's
that.
just another team in the East. It's like first of all, they're gonna have to figure out how to fit all of those pieces in.
True,
You have to fit
true, very true.
Philly,
Very true.
Philly. They're gonna have to figure out how to fit all those pieces together.
Yeah.
Then you then you got clashing. You got three guys that are at similar. Well, two guys that are at similar stages in their career. That
Yeah. Yeah.
that with Maxi and Brown, where Brown is accomplished, Maxi isn't. But I've been doing this here for how many seasons? So you can't come in. I don't need to take a back seat to you. Then you got the rookie who's like, yo, like I showed that what I'm capable of. So I'm looking to build on what I did last season. So why should I be coming off the bench? Then you got LeBron who he'll get in and fit in wherever he needs to. I just don't see that beyond. And then who you got coming off the bench? They signed KCP. I'm like, yeah, so
I
what?
mean, yeah, well, they got a shooter. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, so what? So what? It's Philly. Philly is always like there's always like an injury bug. There's always something. It's always something this happens during the season. Brown can be 100% healthy, and then a season-ending injury or something. Philly's just notorious for that. Outside of them having maybe more people attend home games, I don't see them. I don't see them making any significant noise like that because you got Orlando, you got a few teams that are going to be on the bounce back. I think
Hmm.
Detroit may not be the top spot, but
No.
Detroit is
Detroit
going to
gonna be
bounce back.
okay. Yeah, yeah. They
Yeah,
gonna
they're
What
going to
about Atlanta?
Atlanta.
Atlanta gonna be. They gonna be all right too.
Atlanta's gonna be in the mix. Cleveland's
Hmm.
gonna be in the mix. So you gotta have some teams that it's like,
Hmm.
yeah, you're not just running away with
Fucking
it just because you.
Pacers. If this dude
No,
come
no,
back
no,
healthy,
no, no, no,
Exactly.
no, 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 no. I'm not. I'm not. No, no, no,
you don't think so?
no bueno. No, no.
Nope.
They just got they got their little center. You know, they got a better center.
Hmm.
Yeah, and
And Halliburton is coming back. He from
they
a
still
whole
got the
year off
same.
of that Achilles.
They still got the same coach, and you can only mucking up the game only works so far. You can
Hmm.
only go so far with that, and you got Miami. So it's like what?
I'm not even worried about Miami.
Yeah, I ain't worried about.
Uh,
I
I'm
ain't
I'm
worried
not
about.
worried about Miami, but Miami is always going to show up and be solid.
Right. Because of
So
their
Fish,
coach.
right,
Because of
Fisher,
their coach.
where do you got in the power rankings, right now, right, with what they got, where you got Philly at?
Probably like the fifth seed.
Okay, all right,
Hmm.
yeah. See, I thought you was gonna wild out. Yeah, nah, I
No,
see
no,
that.
they're
Nah, yeah,
probably going
yeah.
to be like the fifth seed. Like
Okay,
they'll make the
okay,
playoffs. They won't be a play-in team,
right,
Hmm.
gotcha. Okay,
and then that struggling team, that sixth team, they'll be better than that team. But it's like they're not going to be much better than any of the top four seeds. They
I
won't be
agree.
much
I
better
agree.
than that. And
I agree.
it's like, yeah, LeBron is 41 years old. Great,
Right.
he's playing, but this ain't the run and gun West, like
Oh
where
yeah, no, they're gonna have to curb his minutes too. Yeah.
Yeah, for
yeah, this
sure.
ain't the run and gun West, and he already had like a knee thing or a foot thing, and it's just like
Hmm.
he can't play significant minutes like that.
No.
Not in the East, not in
No.
the East. So I don't care. It's like okay, the only thing I have a problem with is this whole like stretching it out and this whole like the anticipation, making it like a Days of Our Lives, like a soap opera cliffhanger. I don't like that. I didn't like that. It's like, just say where you're going and keep it pushing. Well, this is the last decision, blah blah blah.
You know what's
Like,
funny? You know what's
Yo,
funny?
where's Bronny going?
Mm.
he's staying there. I think they guaranteed his contract. Like he's his money is guaranteed unless the Lakers package him somewhere. He'll be with LA.
You know what I found funny? I was talking to an associate of mine about this whole LeBron thing, and he was saying how it's sickening how it played out and whatnot because again, how LeBron had to make it about himself. Because during the
Well,
time, hold on, during the time we had the World Cup and the world was watching the World Cup for the most part. And then when it was over, that's when he makes his decision to go to Philly.
He
Make it
waiting
about
for the
him.
noise to settle. He's like,
Yeah,
wait,
yeah, yeah,
wait, wait.
exactly. Exactly. And I was like, I said, okay, you know.
It's
I don't
one
know
way
if
to look at it.
I don't know if it had that to do with it. I just think it
Yeah.
was just. I think it was just like this whole idea that hey, and don't get me wrong, like the league could have moved on and did what they needed to do. They didn't have to put a pause on everything, waiting for him to make a decision. Like that was foolish on their end because they could have
Mhm.
just kept making trades and kept doing what they were doing.
Mm.
Because having him on your roster doesn't guarantee that you're going to win a championship. And this whole idea that he's ring chasing, no, he came to the end of his contract and he assessed the situation and said, "Hey,
Yeah, I'm
let me
going
see if
here.
I could let me see if I can go over here." It would be
Mm.
the same thing wherever he went. They would have said he was ring chasing. If he went to Miami, he ring chasing. If he went to if he went to Cleveland, he ring chasing. If he went to Golden State, he ring chasing. So there was always going to be something negative to say about wherever he went. It's just that I didn't like stretching it out, and I think it's like, all right, man, enough. And it's not like making it about you, but it's just like enough.
Well,
Just say where you're going and keep it pushing. Like nobody cares. Like there's no guarantee that you win in a chip with LeBron.
I ain't gonna lie. Okay, so I'm gonna probably fuck up the whole show with this. You know
Uh-oh.
what I'm saying?
Let's
Like,
go, buddy. Let's go.
and so I wanted him to come here. I did.
No.
Yeah,
What?
yeah,
No. No,
What?
you didn't.
yeah.
No, you
So
didn't.
and it's a very selfish like repeat kind of sentiment on it, right? So um, I look at it. I looked at it where the top four teams that we might have looked at were the only places he was going to go. Right? We fuck around with Cleveland. He could have went there. Fuck
Right.
around with Detroit. You know what I'm saying? He could have went there. Right? Fuck around with the Sixers. He could have went there. Like the Sixers made the most choices, especially after Brown was there. I wanted him in the fucking folds
Oh, man.
so nobody else could fucking get them. You know what I'm saying? It's like now
Oh, man.
we done stacked. We got that the A1 missile right now. Pause. You know what I'm saying? It's like bang. Yeah, we now we got them. We got our power forward. You know what I'm saying? And, he you know somebody got we could put hard on the bench. I was with it. I wanted that. I wanted that, and
Man,
it was
You
very
you
selfish.
were you were
So,
right,
Jalen
Matt.
Brunson would have had a fit because he wouldn't have been able to touch the
I
ball.
think
You
I
bugging.
You
think he the one that did that shit. I think
you
he,
right.
you know what I'm saying, because like Rich Paul was on one of them or his podcast or whatever, and was like, "Yo, if they didn't win the championship, he was coming here,
Hmm.
right?" And Brunson probably was like, "No, you wasn't.
Yeah.
No,
Live
you wasn't."
live. You 100% right about that. What you said before, the disclaimer that you gave before that.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
No,
You
I get
you
So
just you just fucked it up.
in
Yeah.
defense, no, in defense of my man, live,
Uh-huh.
there was a part of me that thought about that too.
Thank
What
you,
would it
Uh-huh.
Dave.
be
Thank
like?
you.
Um,
At least I
um,
ain't in the
yeah,
ship. I know
yeah.
you
I'm not.
bailing, but I know
You're
I
not.
ain't in the ship alone.
You're not by yourself.
Thank you.
LeBron had to go somewhere.
Right.
I'm not. I just don't like Philly, and just Philly in general.
Hmm.
So he kind of lost me when he went there. The story for me was how I thought it was going to play out was that he was going to return to Cleveland,
Yeah.
and
Yeah. I saw it.
whatever happens, even if he didn't win, he could end it where he started, and that
Exactly.
would bring his career full circle, and that puts a nice bow on it,
There you
and then
go.
he can ride off into the sunset.
Mhm.
Um, if the sun does set in Cleveland, I don't know, but
Hmm.
the Lakers didn't want him. Um,
Right.
I mean, they could have thrown him a few dollars to stick around, but um, I think that emotionally they had moved on
Hmm.
from
Mhm.
him,
Mhm.
and I think I talked about it in the group chat. I have I lived out in LA for a couple of years, so I have a lot of LA people
Mm.
on my timeline,
Hmm.
Mm.
and for the most part, they never embraced LeBron.
Mm.
Yet
Mm.
one he won that chip, which people put an asterisk next to.
Yeah,
I
the bubble
don't,
chip. Yeah.
but still, he was not embraced. They did immediately did well. He's not Kobe. Kobe was
Right.
beloved,
Of
and
course.
it's funny because when I lived out in LA, we're talking the early '80s, so there was the Showtime Lakers, the
Mm.
Kareems, the
Mm.
Magic, and all of that. And as big as Magic was
Mhm.
for them, and in that time, I mean, there was no bigger Laker than Magic,
Mm.
but Kobe. There was something about Kobe that really resonated with the Laker fan,
Hmm.
and anybody else that came after, um, if they played a similar position, of
Hmm.
course, there was going to be, Kobe is the standard. Like when you
Right.
go out to LA, they're not saying Magic Johnson is the standard.
Right. That's
It's
crazy.
Kobe. It's Kobe. So there, because of the comparison, and of course, the MJ LeBron debates,
Hmm.
then they would always insert Kobe in there.
Mm.
Well, what about Kobe? And so the fact that I think part of what the dislike or the underappreciation of LeBron is that LeBron got the recognition in comparison to MJ that they believe Kobe should have gotten.
Mm, mm,
Mm.
You know,
mm,
so there was a lot of defense of Kobe's legacy, and here comes LeBron, who is the one that is getting a lot of the attention that they
Right.
felt Kobe didn't get in those conversations. So LeBron
mm,
was going to satisfy them,
mm,
and in some of the commentary, that I would see on my timeline,
Mhm.
they were very happy to see him walk away.
mm.
Wow.
Yeah, that's interesting. That's interesting.
Very. Exactly. Very. You know what I'm saying? Listen, I love Kobe Bryant. Make no mistake. That guy was a monster.
Yeah,
Like, he was a straight up. When you talk about assassin on the court,
Yeah,
there are
well,
few people that could hold that, and Kobe was one.
you
yeah,
you you
yeah.
know when I had believed that he had did a reverse dunk on fucking Spreewell.
Mhm.
That's when I knew it.
Mm,
I
Right.
was like, oh, this motherfucker the truth.
He
I
ain't playing around. He don't play around. You
Yeah,
know,
he
yeah,
and I
don't.
respected his work ethic, his regimen in the gym. He
yeah.
was no joke. He took his craft seriously.
So,
Yeah, he
so
did.
you know what? And that's interesting because as far as taking the craft seriously and the regimen, LeBron is known for how he takes care of his body
For sure.
and the work that he puts in. But the difference, what makes LeBron and Kobe antithesis of each other is
Mhm.
that Kobe had, everybody talks about the Mamba mentality.
Right.
And
Mm,
so there are things where LeBron was, throughout his career, very much interested in who he was surrounded by as far as friends.
Right.
mm.
And you really didn't hear about Kobe's friends in the
Right.
league.
No.
Yeah, no,
Kobe
no, yeah, he didn't.
was by himself.
Exactly.
He operated solo, and
Which I know he
even if,
preferred. He preferred that.
which he preferred, because even if you were on his team, you had to prove yourself before you could even be in the spaces with him.
Right. Right.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
and he would send out like that early morning text.
Hmm.
I'm going to the gym
Right.
to
Right.
work out. And if you didn't show up, then
Hmm.
he's looking at you like you're not
Yeah,
committed.
yeah.
Exactly. Exactly.
Poor Smush Parker.
Paul Smith. Yep, exactly.
There was a clip
Mm,
on YouTube in which I think it was Jimmy Fallon had an interview, and this was
Yeah,
when the Lakers
yeah,
were struggling, and they won
yeah,
a game, and I think Nick Young and a few other guys were
yeah,
celebrating their victory or whatnot. And Jimmy Fallon turned to Kobe and said,
yeah,
"Would you have joined in that celebration?"
yeah,
And Kobe didn't have to say anything; he just gave a look,
yeah,
like
yep. And the audience lost it. The audience knew exactly what that. Yep, yeah. That was classic Kobe. And I
exactly.
have to say that I appreciated Kobe, and I don't want it to sound, disrespectful,
No,
but
no,
I
no.
I appreciated him more post mortem.
Yes, sir.
Because then I started. Well, here's is very interesting. What really started when he played. I absolutely saw his greatness.
Hmm.
Um, but I wasn't like so high on him in that way.
mm,
But I think what really started it for me, and I mentioned that I like to play NBA 2K,
mm.
and just before he died, maybe the season before, uh, um, they had him in the game doing some like in the game conversations. So like how if you're watching the game and they might interview.
And it was his voice.
So it was Kobe. It was Kobe. He
Wow.
did and he was telling stories.
Hmm.
It was
Mm,
fascinating, and it gave me a lot of insight into the man that was
Hmm.
Kobe Bryant, and so I used to really enjoy during the game. He wasn't in every game that I played,
Right.
but in certain games, they would have the guy interviewing Kobe, and Kobe would drop some gems on how the game is played or some of the stories that he had, and I was like, oh wow, this guy is really a student of the game, and
Yes,
he
he was.
knows what he's talking about. And then I think they brought it back the next year, and then he tragically died, and they pulled that out of the game because
Really?
they had the ability to do that. Just because out of respect, and it would have been like kind of weird, when he died, then I started really like watching a lot of his interviews and things, and
Right.
I was like, wow, I didn't really appreciate him, when he
Well,
was playing, you know.
people are not gonna really appreciate LeBron until he's not playing anymore.
I
Absolutely.
agree. I
People are
agree.
not
I,
gonna
I
appreciate.
brought that up before.
Absolutely.
Right.
People are not going to look at the what he's accomplished
Mhm.
and like the longevity of a career. Like I
Yeah.
say, like this kid came into the league and pretty much held it down for like 23 years.
Mm.
Yeah.
23 years at a top level for 23 years.
Yes, sir.
And not only did he do that on the court, but he did it off the court too.
Hmm.
Yeah.
And
Hmm.
his body of work speaks for itself.
Yes,
Now
sir.
you can say
Yes, sir.
championships, this and that, but it's like you finish
Mhm.
in the top three, well, top one in scoring. That's not going to be broken anytime soon because I don't see anybody. Maybe that person is still in
Yeah.
college. That person is still in college. I don't see anybody with the staying power that this
Yeah.
dude has shown
And at
us.
the
Yeah,
level, man,
And
there's
at
no
the
doubt.
the fucking
There's no
level.
doubt. There's no
and
doubt
it's
about that.
and
Bishop,
it's like
can I ask you a question, Bishop? On the lines of what you're saying, um, post post basketball playing career, LeBron was very much a student of the game, and there were times where he could call out the
hmm
opposing team's plays and things like that. Could you see him transitioning into coaching?
Mm.
no. He's his to me. When I look at him, his journey is much bigger than basketball.
Mm.
And
I agree with you. I agree
after
with you.
basketball is over, his
Yeah,
his
he gonna
post
want to do some
career
Magic Johnson shit. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
his post career is probably going to be something that we haven't seen before, because
Mhm.
Philanthropy. Philanthropy.
when between that and just the business savvy
Mhm.
Yeah.
and kind of like, because you don't really see like all of the money that he's made over his career. You don't really see him like with big jewelry
No.
and big cars and stuff like that. Yeah, you might see him like he's wearing, a expensive outfit or something like that. But
A Valentino short set
right, but
with a Birkin bag.
throughout his career, you've never seen him with like the big, you know, $500,000 chains and
Mm-hmm.
Nah,
uh,
I ain't never seen
earrings.
it. Yeah.
It's
So
not flashy
right,
like that.
so and again, even before his career, he's into philanthropy. He's
Hmm.
reaching back and making sure that
Mhm.
other people are being pulled up. I see
Opening
him,
up schools and
yeah,
shit.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Yeah.
I see him taking that to the next level
Mm.
and being like, being like a majority owner of a franchise,
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
then
Yeah.
also having a hand in like the G League and having a hand in a bunch of other stuff that is
Mm.
basketball related and beyond.
Mm-hmm.
Because
Yeah. Yeah.
he's it's crazy. This was somebody who came straight out of high school. We've watched him grow up.
Pretty
Yeah.
much.
Yeah.
Damn sure did. That's fucked up.
We've
Yeah.
watched him grow up, and it's like
Mad old. God
people
damn.
are not
Mm.
gonna appreciate that until you start
Yeah.
seeing how everybody else is falling short. You'd be like, well, how did he
Yeah.
accomplish that? Like
Mhm.
nobody ever thought Kareem's record would fall.
No.
Yeah.
And it's like you could say, hey, well, he's not this, he's not that. He still had to score those points, and he could have been in the league
Win them fucking games, B.
just like
Like,
Udonis Haslam and all of these other guys who had 20-year careers or whatever, and they
Yeah.
couldn't score. And he was on top of the whiteboard
Mm.
almost
every
every
game.
game,
Yeah.
Every game.
almost every game, and it was
Right.
just like, so what, so
Right.
what?
Yeah,
So
and selling
So
tickets. You
yeah,
know.
Sure.
yeah. So and I don't have any problems. It's like if you change teams after your contract is over, that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to look for
Yeah,
a
but
situation.
that was what it
Well,
was historically, man. Like
well,
he always controlled his fate, right?
And
It was, it
well,
was
that's another thing. That's another thing that people don't realize. When
yeah,
LeBron is
you
the
don't
one that's
appreciate.
very instrumental in player empowerment.
Mm,
Because
right.
Yeah,
prior to that, we had owners and coaches stifling these guys' careers. So you work
Hmm. Hmm.
your whole life and you get to a certain point, and then you get to the wrong coach and they stifle your career.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
yeah,
stifle your career, and it's like,
Look at
yo, we've
Melo,
seen it
fucking
happen
Phil
like
Jackson. Yeah.
many times.
oh,
It's like Larry Brown.
I was about to say Larry Brown. Yeah,
Larry
It's like, yo,
Brown,
you've seen it happen. Towards the end of
D'Antoni,
his
and fucking
Tony,
Marbury.
what's the name? Who else? Huey Brown. A bunch of those
He Brown.
guys.
Yep. Yeah.
Bunch of those guys. It's like people don't come to watch you coach, dude. They come to watch the players play, and I can't
Right.
imagine. I can't imagine that this guy is one of 450 out of how many millions that want to be there, and because you decide that he doesn't play the way that you would like for him to play, he doesn't
yeah,
get a chance to play. It's
yeah.
ridiculous.
That's right.
Right.
It's ridiculous. So I'm we can minimize and say this and that. I just didn't like the decision stuff, but everything else about LeBron, I'm like, yo, like this dude lives he's exceeded all expectations.
All of
Yeah,
every one
Exceeded
of them, man.
all like yo, how many baby mamas he got?
One,
How many shootouts he been involved in at the
none,
club?
mm.
At
none,
the club. How many
none.
You
other
don't even see him at
situations?
the
Yeah.
club.
None.
Yeah,
A model citizen. A
Right.
model citizen.
Right.
so
Absolutely.
can I
Bravo. That
say
was
something
well
here?
So
said.
would you put him along the lines of Derek Jeter?
Well, I think
nah.
yeah,
no, I
uh,
think well he wasn't like Derek Jeter changing women like changing
yeah.
his
He
gloves.
changed teams and Jeter changed women.
Right.
Yeah.
And Ronan, when you get it, yeah, say something real quick, Ronan. I know you wanted to get in
Yeah.
What's up, brother?
So yeah. So he first of all, let's come on now. Like he's gonna achieve something. Jordan has already done that.
Hmm.
He owned the team. He was the
hmm
majority owner. He has a NASCAR team. He's got the
hmm
biggest selling sneaker brand on the planet.
hmm
Magic is part owner of the Dodgers. He's got a stake in the Washington Commanders. So if he does something off the court, it's not like something that we haven't seen before because it's already been done.
Mm.
So that's with that. I ain't going into that, whatever. But the whole Philadelphia thing, you know, whatever, man. The problem I have with it, man, is that you got Rich Paul, and these dudes act like there's not video. I
Mm.
remember what Rich Paul said before this whole process. We expect a team to give him 50 million, and
Wow.
these teams
Mm.
told them, no, it ain't happening. He went to the one place that was willing to give him a contract, and that's fine. But when you got all the Richard Jeffersons of the world, the Shannon Sharps, Colin Cowherd, all this other nonsense, and even that, the ring chasing thing, look, he on his own podcast said, "Oh, I don't understand the whole ring culture." Dude, you've been doing it your whole career. You've been chasing Mike and Kobe your whole career.
Mm.
So stop it. Just stop with that. That part of it, this is the part that drives me nuts when it comes to this dude. Rich Paul, Shannon Sharp, Nick Wright, ESPN, Richard Jefferson. Just stop. I watch. I'm not a fan of his. I used to be, and I stopped. I watched those Laker games. I watched about 30 of those games. They need to stop. This dude does not play defense, and people need
Mm.
to be honest about that. He
Mm.
doesn't play defense. He doesn't. And I don't want to hear that. Oh, he's 41 years old. I don't want to hear that crap. I don't want to hear that nonsense. If you can't do it, then leave. Because I saw Mike at 40 years old, and I go back and I watch these games. This dude played both ends of the court, 38, 39, 40 years old, on a bad knee. So I don't want to hear that. Oh, he plays both. That's
Were you
just
talk,
stop.
are you
Just
talking about
stop.
are you talking about Mike on the Wizards?
I Bishop, I go back and I watch these games multiple
But no,
times
no,
because it's not like you can't find them. I'm not
no.
saying that, but
But are you talking
this
about
this
Mike on the
myth,
Wizards?
Mike, he played 80. When's the last time LeBron played 82 games?
No, no. I'm saying you talking about Mike on the Wizards? Is that what you're talking about?
Are you trying to sit here and tell me that LeBron is playing better basketball than hobbled Jordan at 40? When I watched Jordan play defense, guard
Mm.
Kobe, guard T Mac, guard Vince Carter, guard Paul Pierce at 40 years old. I went back and rewatched the
What,
game. I
what was
watched
their
him
Mm.
when
record? What was their record?
what
What was
was so who's Jordan playing with? Jordan played for free those 2 years. That's
Mm.
one. He played with Richard Hamilton. He played
Mm.
with Juan Dixon, Jahidi White.
so
Woo!
Who else he played with? Old ass Charles Oakley.
so now
So
you
that
so
first
now
year,
you
that team was in before he got hurt. The
uh-huh.
Wizards were in
Don't forget your man Kwame Brown.
Kwame Brown.
Oh yeah, right. The
Right.
what Kwame Brown
So
was there. Yeah.
so
So
so in
he
other
didn't
words,
play. So wait, let me finish. Y'all had y'all spot. Y'all, I ain't say nothing.
Right.
So he played that first year when he got hurt. He was fifth in MVP voting at 38 years old before he got hurt. And on top of that, they was sixth, I think fifth or sixth in the Eastern Conference at 38 years old. And he got hurt. That was after 56 games. And he played for free. He didn't get paid. He played for free. He could have went to the Lakers. He could have went to the Spurs. He could have went to Houston, Phoenix. He could have went to any squad he wanted to. He went played with the Wizards those 2 years. And then in that second year, he played 82 games on a bad knee. 82 games on a bad knee. And he was out guarding Kobe and Vince. This is prime Kobe, prime Vince, prime T Mac. So he's guarding the best wing players on their squad. And people act like that didn't exist. You don't believe me? Go watch the games. They're there on YouTube. They're
so
all
yeah,
there to
yeah.
watch.
I agree with what you said about he was, but what what that was is like Mike was a ghost. Mike was a ghost. So it's like these dudes were idolizing Mike when he was in. It's like it wasn't like he was guarding them. They were showing him respect by showing restraint.
Restraint.
40 restraint, yeah.
Oh,
So
wait, wait,
a
wait. Restraint.
38 a 38 a 40-year-old Mike is nowhere near what LeBron is doing now. And I'm a Michael Jordan fan, but he was nowhere near what LeBron is doing. And this
So,
idea
so
that because he went and he played for less than or whatever, it's like
free.
that. Oh, free. Like LeBron is practically playing for free.
Yeah,
How is he
yeah,
$4 million.
playing for free? The
that's
Lakers just
for a
gave he
million, bro.
got
You out.
$52 million
Oh,
last year.
oh,
He's not a $52 million player. Come on. And then you're trying to tell me that the same Michael Jordan who I saw him light up on the Nets for 51 points. I saw him light up the Celtics for 40 points at
oh,
40 years old.
who was he playing against?
Who is he? Oh, wait a minute. Are you serious? So he played in the end of the toughest era of the NBA, not this trash that we see right now, the carrying, the traveling, the illegal screens.
Right.
He still when they still play defense. And this is my issue. When they try to bring up this issue, who's LeBron guarding? This dude been ducking Giannis for the last 3, 4 years. When's the last time he played Giannis?
Mm.
Yeah,
Outside
but
this year, when
they don't.
when Giannis busts his ass, he been ducking him. He ain't been a top defensive play, a good defensive player since he left Miami. He hasn't been on the defensive team in a decade.
So
Michael
your
Jordan made
argument is
all defensive team at 35 years old. Kobe
so you
made his
yeah.
last first team at 32. He
So your
hasn't been
argument
on a.
is right.
You're saying if you're trying to sell, if you're saying that this guy with the Lakers is the same dude was playing with Cleveland, that no, no.
So your argument is LeBron is not a efficient defender that he was when he was earlier in his career. That's the argument.
He was never an efficient defender. He was never no.
Uh,
Come on,
Well,
come on.
well,
no,
we
I don't
gonna
know about
find
that.
out this. We gonna see plenty for at least 4
Well,
games
well, I
with
know.
LeBron up
So I
in.
agree with. I agree. Like at this point, he's not a great defender. He's not
He
focusing
never
on
was a
that.
great on-ball
But
defender. A great
but
help defender, yes. On-ball
but
defender, LeBron ain't never been no great on-ball defender.
but when
On-ball
the standard that we have for 41-year-old LeBron or 42-year-old LeBron, it's crazy to me that we don't have that same standard for like Luca who's in the prime of his career. The same standard for Joker, who's
Bomb.
in the prime of his career. We don't
Luca
have the
don't play
same standard.
defense. I don't like
What
Luca.
I'm
I
saying.
don't like Joker either.
I'm
Luca.
just saying. I'm
Right.
just saying. Like the across the board. I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying,
Not
and I
me.
I
Not
get
Yeah.
what
me.
you're saying. I get what
I,
you're
Uh,
saying, and I don't like. I agree with you. I don't like the whole like prima donna, like the decision and all that. That's the only problem that I had because it's like, come on, dude, just say where you going and this whole suspense thing and oh, this is the last time I'm gonna get the decision and this and that. It's like just say where you going, dude. It's not really that big of a deal. You know what I mean?
I ain't give a fuck
just
about none of that.
leave.
Exactly.
Just leave.
You know, like I'm like, dog, you know what I'm saying? Like again, we just talked about people being brands, and he is one of the brandiest motherfuckers in
Right.
the
Exactly.
sport.
Exactly.
So I don't have a problem with none of that shit. I don't I got a problem because he the fucking enemy. Like again, we talking about that. I can't stand fucking Jordan. You know what I'm saying? I ain't
Mm,
never had a pair of Jordans in my fucking life. You know what I'm
I
saying?
don't,
Like
I don't know
I
about
hate
that.
that dude.
I don't know
And
about that.
we talking about appreciation, right? Son, I had to appreciate Jordan on YouTube because I hated his guts. You know what I'm saying? Like I didn't appreciate Jordan until I seen some of the fucking highlights. I was like, damn, that was a bad motherfucker.
right.
The
Right.
other
Right?
part
But
that this
I,
one of the other parts I don't like.
yeah,
This is one of the things I don't like, and
What's that, brother?
I'm not saying him, but I'm saying the Rich Pauls or the other ones. I don't like how they're gonna sit here. If you want, it could be now. I'm not because it's not coming out of his mouth. It's Rich Paul, Shannon Sharp, all these little one. I don't like the fact, and some of these other, and most of these bum players, is that you want to raise him up, but at the same time, you want to tear down Michael. You want to tear down Kobe. Kobe is dead. Half these
Yeah,
dudes wasn't
that's
talking this
right.
crazy nonsense when Kobe's
Right.
alive.
Mhm.
Gilbert Arenas is saying shit that he never would have said in Kobe Bryant's
Mm,
face. Jeff
No.
Teague, none
Yeah.
of these dudes, the same. And I watched the
yeah.
game where Gilbert's like, "Oh, I dropped 60 on Kobe." No, actually, you dropped 20 on him. You went to the free throw line 22 times, and you shot 38% in
Wow.
that game.
mm,
Wow.
Mm,
And then the last
Wow.
mm,
time you played, when
mm.
Kobe came to Washington, he gave you a 45 piece. So I'm
right.
not trying to hear that. And you're going to diminish what Mike did. You're going to diminish what Kobe did. That's what really bothers me. You're
Right.
going to shit on Magic. You're going to shit on Bird. You're going to shit
Yeah,
on Wilt. You're going
that's
to
the
shit on
problem.
Kareem.
Yeah.
And they do that shit all the time. And
Right.
if he's a student of the game, like Kobe was and Jerry West and all shit like that, then LeBron should be like, you know what? You shouldn't be doing that. I didn't like the fact he went on Pat McAfee's show and said something ridiculous. Giannis, if he played in the 1970s or 80s, he would score 250 points a game. He ain't, no, I don't think so.
Mm,
So don't tell me that you respect the players and you're gonna say some silly shit like that
mm.
because
Yeah.
that
Well,
part I don't like that. Like Nick Wright, they
Absolutely.
be doing that. They tear down Mike, they tear down these other dudes, and they do it joke. They do it Jokic the same thing. Oh, he's a great. He ain't better than
That's what
Wilt.
they're
He ain't
that's
he
what
ain't
they're
better than
supposed to
Hakeem.
do, bro.
Yeah, he ain't better than Patrick Ewing. He's not better
let
than
me
Moses Malone.
Mm.
Just like Luca. Luca is not Bird. He ain't even in the same universe with Bird, and
Ain't
neither
that
is
Hell
motherfucking
no.
Jokic.
not bird. Like,
he's not
shit.
Now,
Dirk. He's not
LeBron is
Dirk.
a different player. Now he's, you know,
It's not Key
one
Van
of the
Hook.
top tier players and shit like that. But some of these other
Mm.
dudes, you can't be no top tier player. You ain't never made no all defensive team or even try to play defense.
Right.
Yeah,
Can I,
You
yeah.
ain't, you ain't never
Ronan?
tried, man. Yeah,
Ronan,
go
I
ahead.
wanted to address something that you brought up very early on, and that's the whole ring culture thing. Um, See, I think that when they talk about ring culture, it's not about the chasing of the ring. I think what it is that there was this narrative of your greatness was determined by how many rings you had,
Yeah. Right.
and that largely came from the Jordan era because um, that wasn't the same narrative when Bill Russell was winning all the rings
Right, right.
and so forth. That is a more recent type of narrative that's being pushed. And so what happens to a player like LeBron, for example, is he wins four, but for a lot of people, well, it's still not good enough because Jordan had six,
It
and
was undefeated. Mhm.
so players started getting diminished based upon the how many rings they didn't get instead
Oh
of
yeah. Oh,
praise for how many rings they got. So the ring culture narrative was not about the chasing of the rings. I think the chasing of the rings was a product
Mm.
of the ring culture narrative because you didn't hear that really um, being a focal point large across the board until more recently. So the idea of a player would ring a champion, there were many players. We mentioned Ewing, we mentioned Barkley. There's many great players who never won a ring. But when LeBron came on the scene, there had to be distance created between LeBron and Jordan, and a lot of that came out of the whole goat conversation. And so, how do we separate them? Well, then we start looking at the rings, and so then it puts a player like LeBron in a position where to be recognized, the standard is now rings, and so when they go somewhere to get a ring, it is because the standard has now been changed as far as what their legacy is. So I think that's really what it is. The chasing of the rings is a byproduct of this this culture where players' greatness is determined by how many rings they have instead of what they have accomplished over their careers.
Well,
I agree with that.
it was the only thing that could separate Jordan, that could keep Jordan on the tier that LeBron wouldn't touch the ring thing, because if you look at the scoring, the points, if you look at the assists, the rebounds, the all of the statistical categories that LeBron is going to be passing a lot of the great players in, a lot of them.
Of course.
He probably won't beat Steph with the 3-point percentage and all of that
Mhm.
stuff, but he's probably going to be pretty high up there for somebody who came into the league that couldn't shoot. So it's like, yeah, you can it's a way to just keep him out of that conversation. And again, we won't appreciate what he's done until he's gone.
Well, let me say this with Dave, with the ring culture thing first. This is my take, and I don't disagree with you on that. With the ring, first of all, with the ring culture thing, what LeBron has done, I'm not taking away from what he's done. He won his titles. That's fine. That's good. Now, with the expectations, first of all, a lot of that is me. I don't think, to me, I don't think there's any player who's close to Michael Jordan. It's not even close. He's the best player that I've ever seen, and to me, it's not close. The closest I've seen to him is Kobe Bryant, and people act like when Kobe was playing, I was like, oh, they were comparing Kobe Bryant to Michael Jordan, and people who say that that shit was true. With the ring culture thing with LeBron, for what Mike did, is I don't think it's possible for any player after Michael Jordan to come close to him. Like I said, Kobe was the closest for us, the style and shit like that. Michael was something different. The media, when Kobe fell with the whole thing with Colorado,
Hmm.
he was the face. He was going to be the face of the league. So they got lukewarm him and they pushed LeBron. And then you're expecting LeBron to live up, because I don't think he's wired like Michael. He's not wired like Kobe. You can't expect him to live up what Michael did. I don't think that's not fair for any player. Michael is something different. So with the ring culture, I agree. There's certain players, to me, if outside of LeBron, all these other dudes, they ain't no top 15, 10, 15, 20 players. Kevin Durant ain't no top 20 player, and neither Steph Curry. Because I saw Barkley. There's no one in the league who was better than Prime Barkley. There's no one
Mm,
in the league right now who was better than Hakeem Olajuwon. There's no one in the league right now, to me, who's a big man, is better than Patrick Ewing or David
Nope.
Robinson or Magic or Bird, any of those
Nope.
players.
yeah.
So
Mhm.
that LeBron is the only one, he fits in that category. So I'm not the problem, like I said, and it's not a LeBron thing. It's the Shannon Sharps and stuff like that. They
Agreed.
like to sit here and they want to diminish. I saw Wade play, and they try to make Dwayne Wade out like he was like, oh, he wasn't all that. That's bullshit. They trying to make it out like Boss wasn't all this. That's bullshit. And
Right.
that's not fair to them. That ain't fair to Love, Kyrie Irving, Anthony Davis,
Yeah.
whoever it was. That ain't fair to them. And they should stop doing that. You
Well,
want
no,
to do that. I'm saying them. These are the guys, and
yeah,
Rich
yeah,
Paul is
yeah,
the
I
worst of
no,
them.
you're
yeah,
you're right.
yeah. But you can't
You're
you can't
right.
take Shannon Sharp. Shannon Sharp.
But
before he starts infatuating with LeBron, he's putting on lip gloss and
Yeah.
start talking about oh LeBron this and LeBron that and my LeBron blanket and this and that. It's like I can't take anything you say
Yeah, yeah,
seriously, dude. I
but
can't take anything
yeah,
you say seriously.
you're right on that, Bishop. But the thing is that within here, when I talk to specific young guys and stuff like that, they're saying crazy things like, "Oh well, Kobe wasn't all that, Mike wasn't all that," and all this
But
other
they're
stuff
gonna,
Yeah,
like
but
that.
they're
but
gonna do,
that's
but
that's
Ronnie,
But
yeah.
there's a
they're gonna
dude.
do
There's
that.
yeah,
They're gonna do
yeah.
that. They're
But
gonna
there's
do
a
that.
dude.
They
Yeah,
gonna
but
do that.
I had to educate this dude. He was like, yeah. I was like, oh, LeBron. I was like, yo, look, I
Look,
saw Michael Jordan. This dude won 10 scoring titles, man. 10, 10.
yeah,
That's
yeah,
insane. And then even that, when if and this again, it's a media thing. If you want to put LeBron and say, oh, he's the GOAT because even though he's 4 and 6, he's a GOAT. Then if you're doing that, then wait, then you got to put Wilt there because Wilt won. He beat the Celtics. Celtics were a loaded squad in that time, and he
yeah,
was he was the only guy to beat that squad at that time. So
yeah.
and I think Bob Pettit and Wilt, they're the only
Mm,
two guys to beat those Celtic teams. And Dave, you play NBA 2K, all the
yeah,
records that Wilt had when everyone talks about Jokic and this and triple doubles, all that,
yeah.
Wilt was doing that a long, long,
Mm.
long, long, long time ago, averaging 30 rebounds, blocking
yep,
shots, bringing the ball up the
Getting ready to
Absolutely.
court
say, I was
yep.
getting ready to ask, wasn't he averaging like a stupid triple double? Like
40,
that's fucking
40 something
Yeah,
insane.
every
points,
night. He
40,
averaged
40
yeah.
something
He was
50
points,
games. And
40
he,
even
something
he
that,
was
points. Yeah,
a game changer. And you know what? And I agree with everything you're saying, Ronan. And I think that Jordan was incredible.
Fuck
And
that
I,
dude.
I hate what yeah, I hated what he did to the Knicks,
Mhm.
but the same way that I hated Larry Bird. But you go back and look at him,
Yeah,
that
yeah, yeah.
nasty. But I'll say with all these Shannon Sharps and all that stuff, that's what they do.
Exactly.
And listen, if you're talking to a young kid, and when I say young kid, I'm talking about it could be 20 something or whatever,
Many
much
30.
older
Yeah.
than you're 30. Just that you could have the same conversation with them about music and
Right.
how they'll crap on the legends of hip hop, and then
Right.
tell you that little somebody or baby this or whatever is the greatest of all time, and
Excellent.
they're crap on a Rakim or
Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
so I
look,
don't put
yeah.
I
stock
agree.
in what these young kids talk about because, like you said, they have YouTube. Go YouTube it. But
Well,
but it's a generational type thing.
It's not
Jor-
just throw YouTube in and just have the patience to watch the
Jordan,
damn video.
what
Wow.
I'm saying,
Yeah.
Jordan came around at the right time because the league was flailing. The
Yeah.
Magic versus Bird thing was
It's
was like
gone.
fizzling out or at the end of
McDonald's
its
commercial.
Yeah.
lifeline. And Mike
Yeah.
came on board, and then Mike was intense. He
Hmm.
was he was he was
Flying.
charismatic. He
Yeah.
was he was he was he personified like the pinnacle of like excellence when it came to like the black athlete on a basketball court.
Exactly.
Now
Hmm.
before
Yeah.
him, you had Dr. J who did that. So the
Right.
same moves, like if you watch some of those moves that Mike was doing, like coming and driving to the basket and then straight up just dunking on people. If you watch some of Dr. J's
Oh.
those old
Yeah.
games, Dr. J was like head and shoulders above, like he was bodying people
Yeah.
Yeah.
in the half court set.
Right.
He was
Hmm.
bodying people, and it was just like so. I mean,
ABA
it goes
next.
right.
Right.
It goes in cycles. In the
Exactly.
Yeah.
NBA, when Michael Jordan, they were trying to make themselves like the the thing that everybody wanted to be a part of. Because if you
Yeah.
think about it, like it became more than just basketball. It became like a culture thing. Like,
Well, yeah.
yo,
Everybody want to be
everybody was
like
a
Mike.
Bulls fan.
Of
Everybody was
course.
a Bulls fan. Everybody
Of
was
course.
wearing
Yeah.
Jordans. It didn't matter where you could go somewhere in Virginia. People got on a Michael Jordan jersey
Exactly.
and the
Oh,
Jordans and this and
absolutely.
that.
Absolutely,
So
and Bishop, to your point with that is if you look at you talked about the Laker Celtic rivalry and that sort of dying out. The Detroit. with their back to
Hmm.
back. Detroit being the top team, but they weren't a team that the NBA wanted to
Right.
have represent them.
Yo.
So here comes Jordan, and they had to take some L's to Detroit to finally get over that hump. But I think the league was very happy to see them knock off Detroit because
Oh,
even though
hell yeah.
if
Hell
you
yeah.
were if you lived outside of Detroit, you weren't rooting for them. That
No.
bad boy image is not really because you have to think about what America was like in the late '80s. Racially,
Right.
a lot of it was very volatile, and
Right.
then we have this team that beats people up literally.
Right.
And do we want that representing us? Because what white America is turning the TV off.
Mm.
So Jordan, even though he was black, he transcended race and people, and even in his documentary where people wanted Jordan to speak out on a lot of things, he did not.
No.
So he became very safe for a lot of their fan base,
Yeah,
NBA
and then
fan
and then
base.
and then when you realize it too, it's like the way that you prove the point. It's like they were looking for people that or guys that were going to transcend like the basketball and become like the next big thing. And then AI came out, and
Yeah,
then it was like, okay, well, maybe we can gravitate towards them because you had everybody rocking braids. You had all the
yeah,
kids wearing like the big clothes with the AIs
Of
on.
course.
yep,
Everybody with the wearing the backwards 76ers hat and
yeah,
wearing AI
Tattoos.
jerseys and stuff. So it
yep,
was just like so again, like I get it, I get it, and there's nothing that you're gonna say that is gonna diminish. Even if Mike won like 5 titles or 4 titles, they'd be like, "Yo, it's the way he did it. Mike was just
yeah,
like he was just
yeah,
fantastic," and so
yeah,
forth and so on. It's just, I'm just saying,
And he
if you look at
dominated.
right, and if you look at how LeBron has got his stuff, it's like I didn't even like he wasn't even like I'm taking 30 shots a game,
Right.
and
yeah,
which is crazy to me. He was a pass first superstar.
Yes, he
yeah.
was. Yes, he
Right, it
was.
was very
I don't agree with
calculated.
that.
It wasn't. You didn't. It wasn't intimidating
Right. So you
like
think about as
Jordan shit
right
was.
as big as he
Jordan.
is, right
Yeah,
as big as he is, he was more of a
Facilitator.
intellectual basketball player, and
Yeah,
it's
he
like
yeah,
was a
yeah.
yo,
Yeah,
it's like so
facilitator.
you won't appreciate that game within a game mentality that he approached night in and night out. You won't appreciate that until he's not on the court
yeah.
anymore, and then you say,
You don't
"Well,
see it.
like I remember when LeBron figured out a way to get this." Because for quite some time he had the East locked down. He's the reason why Toronto blew up their team,
Mm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
and he was in Cleveland with nobody. He was in Cleveland with nobody and going to finals after final after final with Mo Williams,
Booby
like
Gibson.
Hmm.
Gibson.
Bobby Gibson, like nobody's. So
Shout out to Booby Gibson. He always gets thrown in there. Shout out to Booby.
yeah,
Guy. Yeah, 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 for
yeah,
sure.
but it again, people say, well, he's 4 for 10. Shit, he played for 10 championships. You know how hard that
Ten
is.
Very
champions.
difficult. That's very
You know,
difficult.
you know how hard
All
that
I can
is.
say, I'll say this: he,
Some
he's
people
got
don't
to
even get
play.
a chance
If
to play
you
for one.
Yeah.
he played in his amount of titles. And that's fine. But I'll say this again: when you look at you start naming the number of players that he played with, Hall of Famers and
Hmm.
people who played in All Star games. His numbers, the guys he played with, outnumbers Michael, Kobe, and Magic combined. He's played with 36 players who've either been in All Star games, multiple, at least one or more All Star games,
Hmm.
and Hall of Famers. So when he's going, me personally, I'm not. Look, I'm going to sit here. I'll be honest with you, Bishop. I'll be on. R knows, Dave. They
Right.
both know because they see me in person.
Right.
When he leaves, just like when Tom Brady left, bye. When he
Ah,
leaves, bye. I respect you, bye. And when he leaves, I'll be the same way when he left,
This is
bye.
So
true. This is true.
six out of those losses. I mean, the 6 losses that he had. The Miami loss, okay, that they should have won that one when they played San Antonio, but they didn't. Chris Bosh didn't show up, and play like he was supposed to play, so they didn't win that one. But those other five, it was like those were with like Cleveland. Well, those and he was playing with nobody, and he still went. He still had the East on lockdown, and I'm like, yo, people play their whole careers and never even get an opportunity to sniff
Yeah.
a
Yeah.
finals, to even
Right.
sniff a finals, and he was able to do that 10 times,
All right,
ten
so let me
times.
ask you this. Let me ask you this question. All right, this is now. So by him going to Miami, you upset the competitive balance of the East.
No, you didn't. No,
All
you
right,
didn't.
you did, yeah. You take Boston, Toronto, you
Oh
go to
yeah, he
Miami, he leaves
definitely
Cleveland.
did.
So all right,
He
so that.
definitely did.
All right, so now let's go to when the Knicks had Carmelo and they had a nice little team, and then he goes to Cleveland and somehow Shump and J.R. Smith end up from New York in Cleveland.
Mm-hmm.
Not to mention they had other players who went there. He brought in Derrick Rose. They traded for Dwayne Wade. You upset, and then when you leave your two best teams in the Eastern Conference are the Toronto Raptors and the whack ass Indiana Pacers. It
Well,
wasn't like he was going up against a murderer's row. I mean, this wasn't like it was the West where you
Yeah.
had the Duncan was going through the Lakers, the Spurs. I mean, Dallas, Utah, Houston, Phoenix, or vice versa with the Lake. You think about that whole era from '99 to 2000. Only
Hmm.
two teams won titles outside of the Lakers and the
Boston,
Spurs, and that
Boston
was
was still
Detroit
pretty tight.
and Miami.
Boston
Those
was
are the only
still
two.
pretty
In
tough.
Boston, three teams.
But I'm
Hmm.
saying Boston was still pretty tough because you remember he was battling against Paul Pierce for
Yeah,
for a few of
yeah.
those years too. But it was just like, yo, he came into the league, and after a few seasons, he pretty much had the East on smash. You still got to get there. You still got to get there.
You got to the East, and like I said, you comparing the East to the West, it ain't the same. You
Yeah,
playing
but
so
you
the
still.
year so the year that he went to in 2007, first round he played a 41 and 41 New Jersey Nets team. The second round a 41 and 41 Washington Wizards team, and then they played Detroit and they beat Detroit. No Ben Wallace on that team. So he did, and then he lost to the Spurs. Then the same Spurs team played the Lakers. The Lakers smashed them. They swept their asses.
Mhm,
He lost to Boston. Kobe lost
mhm.
to Boston. They played. They played. They won six. I'm not, and even that, I don't like the fact they said, "Oh, he dragged it." You ain't been playing with no bums. You win 66 games. He won 66 games in 2009, and they lost to Orlando.
Hmm.
And that's the part I don't like. They trying to make it like, "Oh, he played with bums." You ain't playing on no bum squad, and you
No,
winning
no,
60 games. I'm not
no.
saying you. I'm saying
No,
the
yeah,
narrative. The
no.
narrative. And I don't, and that's not fair to those players, man. Because and they was also a top five defensive team during that stretch, and that was the current Knicks coach was the coach at the time. And he don't get credit, and he don't get credit for that up and now. Now he's getting credit now because they won a title.
Hmm.
I don't like the narrative that they spin. Like I said, because sometimes I watch some of these dudes, and they act like I watch these dudes say all these crazy things on video because they act like it's not on YouTube. It's there. Stephen A.
Hmm.
Smith saying one thing now, but you wasn't saying that,
Was not saying that a little while ago.
18, 19
Exactly.
years ago, buddy. So it's
Exactly.
that.
Yeah,
I'm not diminishing. I'm
yeah.
saying it needs to be put.
In
Look, I
perspective.
put
Yeah,
him in
I
that
got you.
perspective. He is look. None of these other dudes. When you looking at Jordan, Bird, Kareem, Magic, Kobe, all those dudes, he's in that category with them dudes.
Yeah.
Steph is not in that category. Durant is not in that category. Joker, forget it. He ain't even for me. He ain't even top 50. He ain't even top 75.
Whoa,
Sorry,
whoa,
Dom. He
whoa,
ain't top.
whoa.
He ain't top 75. So if you think Jokic, name the centers. So is he better than Wilt?
No,
Is he
No,
better than Kareem?
no,
no,
Elijah,
no.
no,
Hell no.
Moses Malone,
no,
Hell no.
David Robinson,
no.
Bob
I
Lanier.
Maybe.
Bob Lanier?
No, David Robinson.
Oh, come on, Bishop, man. Come
yeah,
on.
yeah.
If I got to pick between Jokic and David Robinson, man, if Jokic is better than
You
David
need to
Robinson,
stop that
I'm the Green
that
Lantern.
bullshit.
No, no, no,
I'm the
no.
Green. I'm the Green Lantern.
No,
Um,
David Robinson, he scored and he anchored their defense. So I'm just messing with you. I'm just
Yeah,
uh,
messing. You
I,
said
I
you
don't
said
think. I think
Elijah
these guys.
one.
Yeah,
You said Elijah one, and then you said David Robinson. The first thing that popped in my head was Elijah one raping him in the finals after he won that MVP
Yeah.
in San Antonio, and I was just like,
Do we put a
Okay,
pause in
we
this?
can skip past that. We can skip past
Yeah,
that. Let's keep it
yeah,
He,
moving.
is he better than Shaq?
nah,
No,
nah,
the
Shaq.
hell
So,
no, hell
so
no.
these are all, and there's even other guys. There's guys, the centers, they don't even see. This is my problem
Sabonis,
with it.
Sabonis was Joker before Joker was Joker.
Sabonis is way healthy. I
Sabonis,
seen, yeah,
the
before
father.
the
You
knee
talk about
injuries.
Venus, yeah, oh yeah,
Yeah,
Venus,
Yeah, the
yeah.
father. Yeah,
yeah.
before the knee injuries. Oh, that dude was,
He was
forget about it.
crazy. Yo, he was crazy in
Yeah, I mean,
Portland.
he was dope in the league, man.
He
Like
was
right.
he
crazy.
was
Yeah,
dope.
it was
Yeah,
like, yo, he be passing that ball. Dudes would be coming up. They'd be running offense through
banging on
him.
you too.
He's
Yeah,
like, yo,
banging on you
it's like,
too.
yo, I can't get up, but I can raise my arms above my head, and you're gonna get this work. I remember when he used to battle
Yeah,
with Shaq, and then he got too old to battle with Shaq, and it was just like, damn, like this young dude is embarrassing me.
Right.
It's like, yeah, I gotta quit now. I gotta go now.
That's
But
it.
Yeah,
it's
I just don't. Yeah, man. I agree. I don't like they're taking dudes from now and trying to, like, well, Shea is
yeah.
like Kobe. Yeah, come on, man. He ain't even in the same universe with Kobe. Or Booker's
nah,
like
he not.
Kobe. Come on,
He's not. He's
come
Nah.
on,
not.
man. Like, are you crazy?
He's a
Shea is
good
good
player,
as
man,
Shea.
but
I'm saying Shea is good as Shea, but to try to make the comparisons, no, you're the first SGA. How about that? There's no
Who
right,
you're the
wears
first.
sports bras?
right.
You're the first. Yeah, well, that's something different. That's an image. The Spanx or whatever wearing like women's lingerie under his uniform. It's like, yeah, the bodysuit or whatever that Kardashian thing, Spanx.
Mhm.
I was
Thanks.
wearing it like, yeah.
I don't think the league and this, but I think LeBron is was left of the from the 2000s because he came in at that time. And Steph came in 2009. I think the league started once you started losing like Kobe and
Hmm.
Durant, not Durant, Garnett and Pierce and Ray Allen and Dirk and those guys. That was the end.
That was it.
And then you know, but this generation after
Mhm.
LeBron is a holdover from that generation. It's still Steph to a degree, and even KD. But I don't look at those two the same way I look at the guys that I saw. Doc and those dudes. I don't look at those,
Yeah,
especially
yeah. I
not
mean,
Kevin Durant. Yeah,
like we was kicking it about that before, man. We like that like the era, man, and the time and the shit that they did. The dedication and the
Hmm.
loyalty they had to not only their fan base, not only their team, but to their fan base too.
Yes,
But
sir.
that was a bit of
Like
stupidity. That was a bit of stupidity and not feeling like you had a say. Not
it,
feeling like you had a
I,
say
I
because it's like, yo, some of these guys, yo, you wasted your whole career not even getting an opportunity to accomplish, and you were good enough, but you stayed with a team because you didn't feel like you had any other options.
Right.
And it's like this whole player loyalty and this and that. If the organization is not loyal to you, you make your money, fulfill your contract, and
And
you
get out.
keep
Yeah,
it
we.
you keep it
I don't
pushing.
want to. I don't. The stupidity part. We all agree on. I
Mhm.
believe we all agree on it.
Yeah,
But again, it's you know what I'm saying. Again, it don't dismiss what the era kind of
Exactly.
conformed to, right? I mean, again, I don't want to dismiss the stupidity part, right? But it's almost irrelevant in talking about it because that's what everybody did. You
right.
know what I'm
Because
saying?
they didn't know any better, and they didn't have any other
Sure,
options.
sure. And I would even say that because of the era, the Archie Bunker era, the Man era, the you know what I'm saying, the James Evans era. You know what I'm saying?
Of course.
It was a bit more manly, right? To go. I don't want to fuck with you and team up with you, right?
Right.
I want to
Yeah.
I want to smash the whole league by myself. You know what I'm saying? On my
Yeah.
own or with my team. So again the whole mantra is more outdated than I want to give the stupidity part credit for. You know what I'm saying? Again, I would never tell my son to do what Patrick Ewing did.
But if you think,
Let the
yeah,
motherfuckers pick you and then surround you with CBA motherfuckers, you know what I'm saying, your whole fucking career until
but
you can't play no more and then pay out for fucking Chris Childs and Sprewell and Allen
well,
Houston.
well,
I get the whole thing, but again it's It's the era.
He had his chances. Patrick Ewing had his chances. No,
Yeah,
I'm a
he
Knicks
had
fan.
plenty of chances to
That
bounce. He had
no,
two
no, no.
chances actually, if I
I'm talking
remember
about
that.
to play for chips. He had his chances. I mean,
He
he
had two
played for a
chances.
chip. Yeah, he
He had
played,
two chances, and
but
both times he was injured.
and then in '95 when he missed that damn layup against the Indiana
Stop.
Pacers
Hey, easy, easy, easy,
with them
easy,
small
easy,
hands when he
easy,
had the
easy,
rebound, and I thought he was going
easy,
to dunk that ball, and
easy,
both of the Davis
easy,
brothers moved out of his
easy,
way, and he tried to finger roll it and missed.
easy, easy.
Yeah,
He ain't know he was gonna be that open, Bishop.
Exactly.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Easy, easy.
Guys,
no, no, you.
I gotta end this. I gotta end this. I gotta end this.
Yeah,
Now,
This
hi,
is
hi.
Right? All
Yo,
right.
last
Well,
real quick, yo, Dave
yeah,
live, y'all killing me,
yeah.
man. Y'all wanted LeBron to come here.
I, I,
that's horrible.
I'm
That's
saying, man,
horrible.
I
listen, man,
That's
look,
horrible.
now we got to worry about a fifth seed, right? That's my whole point about
Nah,
it. You know what
man.
I'm saying?
there you
there
No.
go.
was
Next
there. Yeah,
time I
I'll
see
just
Dave,
leave with that.
Next time me, you, and Rodney and Holla,
Yo,
we get together for lunch. I'm not buying you a beer, bro.
oh man. You know, I
Yo, yo,
flirted with the
I
idea.
love you,
I
bro. I
flirted with
can't
the
do it,
idea.
man.
You can't.
You did the same thing Live did, man. You did like the same thing when Magneto got stabbed in the chest by Point Blank, man.
Oh
He
wow,
didn't even,
wow.
yeah,
Guys,
yo,
Dave,
you put them
I got
claws
you.
right through my back, yo.
You
I
got
got
me.
you, Dave. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
I'm
Yeah,
sharing
yeah,
both.
yeah. We got
Right.
we. You know
you're
what?
welcome.
We really need to do that. That was a lot of fun, man.
That was hilarious.
We really need to do that again.
By the way, let me just say this. For those that are listening and whatnot, appreciate that. Like, share, and subscribe. If you want to hear a topic that you may have on your mind, you want us to discuss it along with yourself, please email at untitledshow777 at gmail.com. That's
All right.
untitledshow777 excuse me, at gmail.com. Do it. Let's talk about it. And until then, everybody, Dave,
Yo.
Live,
Mm-hmm.
Bishop, Ronan, Ev, who am I missing? Reggie,
Steve,
myself,
You said
Steve.
Steve? Yeah.
Steve Razul.
Love you
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
guys. Lynette, thank you for the support. Mrs. Confidential, thank you for supporting the chat room. Appreciate you guys. Let's do it again next week.
Yes,
And
I'm
sir.
gonna
until
email
then,
you about the Care Bears, yo.
all right, brother.
Let's talk about
Oh,
it.
yeah, next week.
All right.
All
Later,
right.
y'all.
Just take
All
care,
right,
man.
brothers.
Peace out.
Peace.